Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. What's that? All right, testing, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you getting some nasty feedback on there, or is that just me? Right, so you're getting the music in the arena, but that's not up on my mic right now. Like, that shouldn't be coming through. Okay, hold on one second. So, Bobby, they're hearing me, and they're hearing the music in the arena loud and clear, but they shouldn't be hearing the music. It's not up on my board. Like, that's coming through at all. Yeah, but PA is playing. All right, I have the microphone on now. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Are you getting a hum? Which is wild because I'm getting a pretty heavy hum. And like sometimes it sounds like there's somebody's printing a receipt in my headset. I don't know. I tried a couple of different things and yeah, I mean, how loud is the because the music's not even up on my feed, so it shouldn't even be coming through. But how loud is it? Is it overbearing, or is it at a level where if this is at where it's at the game, it's not going to be distracting? Yeah. Okay. How about this for crowd noise? Is this an acceptable level for that right here? Because I'm not going to be able to tell from my levels throughout the game. Awesome. All right. Do you need a loud call? All right. Rodzinski across. Shoot. Scores! Okay. And you're getting this on the away side too? Okay. Yep. Rodzinski across. Shoot. Scores! All right. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate the patience. Thank you. Thanks, you too. Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the XL Center in downtown Hartford, Connecticut, where tonight the Providence Bruins will pay a visit to the Hartford Wolfpack in the fourth of 10 meetings between the teams this season. Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex Thomas, happy to have you alongside. A happy early Thanksgiving to those of you joining us on AHL TV and Mixler tonight. It should be a good game between these two Atlantic Division rivals, as it always seems to be. Every time these two teams get together, there's not a ton that can be promised, but there is one thing we can promise. It's always going to be an interesting game. Always seems to be when these two teams get together during the AHL season. We are aware, if you're just joining us now, that we are dealing with technical difficulties right now on the AHL TV and Mixler side, although I think Mixler just popped back up for us on that end. So bear with us tonight. We are excited to bring you this game and happy that you are spending your Thanksgiving Eve with us. Let's dive into this. The tail of the tape for these two teams. The Wolfpack are 9-4, 2-0 in the season. They've won 2 in a row at home. They are 4-2, 0-0 in the campaign here at the XL Center. They've scored 5 goals in all 4 of their victories this year. The 2 games that they have not won, a total of 2 goals, including a 2-0 shutout loss on Veterans Day here against the Bruins. Now, we'll get to that in just a few moments. The Bruins are 6-7-1-2, and they are looking to rebound after being swept in a 3-3 set over the weekend. They fell 4-2 and 2-1 to Wilkes-Barre Scranton, both games at home Friday and Saturday night, respectively, and then wrapped up their weekend with a 3-1 loss in Bridgeport, a game they fell behind 3-0. So Ryan Mouchinel's team looking for a bounce back tonight. Good news for them. They've got a point in all 3 games against the Wolfpack this season, 5 of a possible 6, and they've won 2 in a row, including 2-0 in this building, the only regulation victory in the season series. Well, we told you about that 2-0 victory. Curtis Hall, the game winner, just minutes into the game. Michael DiPietro was terrific that night, pitched a 34-save shutout. Dan Renouf had the insurance goal in the 3rd period. And then on Sunday, in the most recent meeting on November the 12th, the Bruins would strike again, this time in overtime. Scoreless first period in that game. Anthony Richard opened the scoring that afternoon. He tipped home a Jakob Zaboral shot 8 minutes and 17 seconds into the 2nd period. It was a power play goal for the veteran Richard, his 2nd goal of the season, his most recent goal for the Bruins as well. That would give the Bees a 1-0 lead heading into the 3rd period, and then Brandon Scanlon would blast home his first goal of the season, 5-10 into the 3rd period. That would tie the game 1-1. That was Hartford's first 5-on-5 goal against the Bruins this season. They had gone the first 2 games and 2 periods without a 5-on-5 goal, but did get on the board with that Scanlon power play goal. Bruins would take the lead back at 11:39 in the 3rd period, however, as Mark McLaughlin set up in front of the blue paint. It was a real pretty passing play for the Bruins, and John Farinacci would finish it off as he set up McLaughlin, who tapped home his 2nd goal this season. But for the 2nd time in 2 games in Providence, it would be the Wolfpack with the goaltender Pold who would find the extra attacker goal. This time it would be Johnny Brodzinski blasting home a one-timer on a 6-on-5 advantage at 17:49 to tie the game and force overtime. They got Hartford a point, but Jesper Boqvist would pot the winner at 1:42, barreling into the offensive zone to give the Bruins a 3-2 victory on the 12th, a 2-1 edge in the season series, and snapped Hartford's 6-game winning streak at the Amica Mutual Pavilion. Coming into tonight's game, the Wolfpack are coming off a 5-2 victory over the Syracuse Crunch. They scored 3 times in the 2nd period. Game-winning goal was initially Matthew Robertson's. That's what it was last time we were on the air. It was changed on Monday. Adam Edstrom gets the redirect. He gets his 5th goal of the season and the game winner. Wolfpack also getting 5-on-5 goals in that game from Carl Henriksen, his 1st of the year, and Brett Berard on a wraparound. They got a power play goal from Alex Belzile, and they picked up an empty net goal from Bobby Trevino. In fact, that win for the Wolfpack was the first regulation victory since October of 2015 against the Syracuse Crunch in this building. Their first overall victory against the Crunch in this building since December of 2016. Told you the Bruins were swept in their 3-3 last weekend, dropping them below 500. They are 6-7, 1-2. Let's meet the lineups for these 2 teams here tonight. We will start with the Wolfpack. Here's how they'll go up front for interim head coach Steve Smith. Left to right, it'll be Adam Edstrom, Johnny Brodzinski, and Brett Berard. Left to right, Brennan Hoffman, Riley Nash, and Alex Belzile. Left to right, Adam Sikora, Carl Henriksen, and Anton Bleed. And left to right, Bobby Trevino, Ryder Korzak, and Matt Rempe. This is the lineup that knocked off the crunch on Saturday night. On defense, Matthew Robertson will skate with Nicholas Brouillard tonight. Brandon Scanlon skates with Mac Hollowell, who's back after missing the last 5 games with an upper body injury. And Matt Cairns will skate with Zach Berzola. Dylan Duran will get the start. Louis Domingue will back him up. Scratches tonight for the Wolfpack. On defense, Ben Harper is out long-term with an upper body injury. Blake Hillman is day-to-day with a lower body injury. And Grant Gabriel is healthy. Up front, Turner Elson is healthy. And Jake Lucision is week-to-week with an upper body injury. The general manager of the Hartford Wolfpack is Ryan Martin. Their director of hockey operations is Matt Harlow. The interim head coach is Steve Smith. He is assisted by former Providence Bruin Jamie Tardif. The goaltending coach is Jeff Malcolm. And the video coordinator is Chris Holer. The Bruins tonight, left to right. Here's how they'll line up front. Jesper Boqvist, Georgi Merkulov, and Fabian Lysell. Left to right, Anthony Richard, Jason Megna, and Justin Brad. Left to right, it'll be Luke Toporowski, John Farinacci, and Mark McLaughlin. And left to right, Joey Abate, Trevor Kutar, and Curtis Hall. Defensively, Michael Callahan will skate with Riley Walsh. Jakob Zaboro is with Frederick Brunet. And Dan Renouf will be paired up with Alec Regula. Michael DiPietro had a 34-save shutout on Veterans Day. He'll start. Brandon Bussey backs him up. Scratches tonight for the Bruins. They're carrying 3 goaltenders. Kyle Kaiser is the odd man out. Defenseman Ryan Mass took the warm-ups. He is healthy, but will not play tonight. Defenseman Parker Wotherspoon is unavailable. He is day-to-day. And out of the lineup tonight are forwards Vincent Arsenault and Brett Harrison. The general manager of the Bruins is Evan Gold. His head coach is Ryan Mouchinel. The assistants are Trent Winfield and Matt Thomas. Your officials for tonight's game, your referees, Riley Brace wears number 49, Jack Young, number 24, and on the lines, Jeremy Foucher wears number 85, Kevin Briganti, number 39. Coming up in your broadcast tonight, we will take you around the NHL loaded schedule in the National this evening and the AHL on this Thanksgiving Eve. Sean Dufresne will take you around both leagues in the first and second intermission. Mac Hollowell is back in the lineup. He is our inside the locker room guest at the intermission, in the first intermission we should say, and the AHL Plays of the Week comes your way in the second intermission. Your starting lineup for tonight, Wolfpack will go left to right with Adam Edstrom, Johnny Brodzinski, and Brett Farrar to start. It'll be Scanlon and Hollowell on the blue line in front of Dylan Durand. The Bruins will counter left to right up front with Luke Toporowski, John Farinacci, and Mark McLaughlin. It'll be Dan Renouf and Alec Regula on the blue line. The Bruins have taken 2 in a row in this series. The Wolfpack will look to make it a 3-game winning streak on home ice. They'll look to go into the Thanksgiving holiday with 10 wins under their belt as the Pack open up a 3-game and 4-day stretch. It's the second game and a stretch of 6 out of 7 at home. The Pack will look for some home cooking and a little revenge on the Bruins. 4:05 until we drop the puck on this Wednesday night in Hartford. This has been Wolfpack pregame. Now enjoy the sights and sounds of the XL Center. God Bless America, the national anthem coming your way. And then we'll bring you upstairs for tonight's puck drop. Enjoy, everybody.
Connecticut Chiefs Mites. Now please welcome our Nissan Big Flag Group, more members of the Connecticut Chiefs Mites. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps. Here to sing God Bless America, please welcome to the ice the cast of the Pinup Girls, a musical love letter from Playhouse on Park.
America, my home.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of the Pinup Girls, a musical love letter from Playhouse on Park. And now, here to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome to the ice, Dallas Irizarry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dallas Irizarry.
The fourth of 10 this season between the Wolfpack and the Bruins. We are just about set to go from the XL Center in downtown Hartford. Let's meet your starting goaltenders. Dylan Garand is 4-2-2 this season with a .914 save percentage and a .264 goals against average with one shutout in 8 games played this season. He will tend goal to our broadcast right and will look for revenge after he was defeated by the Bruins 3-2 on November the 12th. Michael DiPietro had a 34 save shutout on November the 11th. He'll look to build on that tonight. He is 2-2-0 with a .933 save percentage, a .230 goals against average, and that one shutout in 4 games played this season. The Bruins in their road black uniforms with the gold letters and numbers will attack left to right across your screen. Again, they will go left to right up front. Toporowski, Baranacci, and McLaughlin. On the blue line, it is Renouf and Regula. Wolfpack in their home white uniforms. The blue letter numbers are outlined in red. They'll attack from right to left. They will start up front with that trio, Brodzinski between Edstrom and Berard. And Mac Hollowell back in the lineup for the first time since November the 10th. We'll start on the blue line with Brandon Scanlon. Hollowell was off to a tremendous start to his season and is back in action here tonight for the Wolfpack. Baranacci and Brodzinski to do the honors and kick off this Thanksgiving Eve. Allow us to be among the first to wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the XL Center. I'm Alex Thomas, and we are underway as this is steered into the Wolfpack zone by Dan Renouf and collected toward the right wing point by McLaughlin. This is Mark McLaughlin, second goal of the season, a power play goal. Bruins were 2 for 3 in that victory on November the 12th as that's flipped out to center by Brett Berard. Scored 29 seconds after Mitchell Chafee tied the game. Out in front for McLaughlin, he scores! First shot, first goal, just 30 seconds in, and the Bruins have taken a 1-0 lead. Mark McLaughlin out in front, his third goal of the year, second against the Wolfpack. He snaps it over the blocker of Dylan Garand, and just like that, the Bruins are on top. A shocking start for the Wolfpack tonight, the fastest goal they've given up to start a game this season. It came right to McLaughlin out in front. He made no mistake. The former Boston College Eagle in a terrific scoring area was unmarked. And just like that, the Bruins take a 1-0 lead. Just 30 seconds in, third goal, third point of the season for Mark McLaughlin, and the Bruins are pressing again. You knew they were going to come out ready to go tonight after losing all 3 games in their 3-3 weekend. That was off the skates of Riley Nash. And this is flipped up and out. So John Farinacci will get the primary helper, his 8th of the year. Luke Toporowski gets the series assist. That'll be his 3rd assist and 8th point of the season on Mark McLaughlin's goal. And even 30 seconds into this hockey game, and the only shot we have seen. A shocking start. Wolfpack had scored the first goal in each of their last 2 home games. 5-1 last Wednesday morning in the school day game. Victory over the T-Birds and a 5-2 win here Saturday night. An emotional game, physical game against the Syracuse Crunch. But it is the Bruins who come out swinging this evening and strike first. This is played back up to the point. Zaboral, his shot tipped wide. Durand never saw it. This is Frederick Brunet. Had the stick knocked out of his hands by Riley Nash, and we are going to have a penalty, 1 minute and 19 seconds into this game. So Hartford's given up a goal, and now we'll have to go to the penalty kill. And a chance here for the Bruins to grab a stranglehold in the opening about 3.5 minutes of this game. No doubter on the slash. So the faceoff will come to the left of Garand. It is won by the Wolfpack. Scanlon will clear it down the ice. They will start this penalty kill with Henriksen, Bleed, Scanlon, and Robertson. Henriksen immediately goes off for Adam Sikora. The Bruins have Riley Walsh on the blue line. Fabian Lysell tried to drop the puck back. It was knocked away. Sikora, shorthanded, chips it into the Bruins zone. Walsh gets good positioning on him and prevents Sikora from finding that loose puck. Sikora working on Lysell, force a turnover to the left wing corner. Wolfpack looking for some jump early here after giving up the game's first goal, and now on the penalty kill. Jesper Bokas will speed away up the left wing side. He'll dish it off. This is sent in. Georgi Merkulov. Loose puck in the skates of Matthew Robertson, trying to swipe it up ahead. He had 2 black jerseys flocked to him. Kicks it into the left wing corner. Robertson under a little bit of pressure. There's the captain, Johnny Brodzinski. Could not get it out. Went off of Lysell. Second chance also off Lysell. To the line for Walsh. This is Lysell. Left wing circle. Cross the ice, Merkulov. One-timer kicked away by Garand. Rebound into the left wing corner. This is Brodzinski. Now Edstrom. Head for Robertson, and he will clear. Jakub Zaboral will start the rush for the Bruins. No shots officially on this power play just yet. Looks like they had maybe one that was kicked aside by Garand. Zaboral, in fact, need this kill. Anthony Richard. Across the ice. Magna. Now Zaboral, a drive. Missed by the blocker. Brazeau in front. Chipped wide again. Another chance for Richard. Loose puck in front. Sikora's there. Chipped through the legs of Magna and out to center where Zaboral will collect. He's hit by the former Bruin Anton Bleed. Now Richard re-entering left wing side. Down the middle, Toporowski, one more Brazeau. He hit the goal post. He had Garand down, trying to beat him by the glove. Another penalty coming against Hartford here. One more Brazeau, saved by Garand. The rebound swung out in front and collected by Berzola. And there's a Wolfpack player down on the ice. Adam Sikora was knocked down. Berzola intercepted the centering pass. There was a penalty coming against Hartford. A hook against Berzola. And with 16:45 to go, the Wolfpack will have a 5-on-3 to kill for 4 seconds. The Bruins will start this 5-on-3 in the zone to the left of Garand. Farinacci will take the draw. He's got Boak's left wing. Rather his right wing, Brazeau is going to go to the left. Fourth forward is Lysell. They're going 5 forwards here, it looks like, as Merkulov's out there too. Off the draw. This is Lysell. He shoots. Blocked by Robertson. First penalty is over. Nash is out of the box. Merkulov. Had the puck knocked away from him as Walsh jumps out onto the ice. Back to the standard 4-forward, 1 defenseman setup. Nearly worked for Ryan Mouchinel's team going with the 5 forwards. Off the hop of the 5-on-3 as Lysell got into a good scoring area. Matthew Robertson got a stick in the shooting lane. Lysell now for Boquist. Shots 4-0 for the Bruins on their second power play of the game, already leading 1-0. Less than 4 minutes in, Farinacci trying to stuff it home. Garand made the save. Loose puck Robertson. He'll play it up the boards. Chipped ahead by Nash, kept in by Walsh. Into the midsection of Robertson. Puck came to Garand. He finds the veteran center Riley Nash. Will turn and send this to length of the ice. It grazed off the right skate of Riley Walsh, but he didn't get enough on it to keep that in the neutral zone. DiPietro settles it down. Another quick goal for the Bruins in building. They struck early in their 2-0 win on Veterans Day, and now already up 1-0, 30 seconds in. Zaboral, eyed by Edstrom. Pass was off the stick of Edstrom out to center. Zaboral in a little bit of trouble. He has to retreat into his own zone. Richard evades the check from Edstrom with 45 seconds left on the Berzola penalty for hooking. Edstrom lost his stick in the neutral zone. He'll go off for a change. Bruins will speed in. Brazeau, right wing side, looking for the trailer. Toporowski pass unable to be handled by the second-year forward. Zaboral shot off a leg. Richard in front. Puck pinballs right to Belzile. And he will send this down the length of the ice. Now 24 seconds and counting on the Berzola minor. A nightmare start for the Wolfpack, trying to weather this storm and kill their second straight penalty. Belzile. Berard working on the left wing boards. Belzile. Eyed by Richard. Belzile. Now taken by Jason Megna. 3 seconds to go on the penalty. So the Bruins get 3 minutes and 56 seconds of power play time consecutively. They managed just 2 shots. We'll see if that comes back to bite them as the Wolfpack able to weather the storm a little bit after giving up the McLaughlin goal 30 seconds in, out in front. Warzak looking for Trevino. Pass went off of a Bruin. Trevor Couture will counter up the ice. Left wing side, trying to shake around Brouillard. He was separated from the puck. It'll come to Hollowell. Into the skates of Couture, located by Brouillard. He'll skate away. Up ahead for Bobby Trevino and an empty netter. This building Saturday. Rempe slaps it down low. This is Trevino. Lost the handle on the puck. The veteran ran up ahead for Abate, the college teammate of Brandon Scanlon at Nebraska Omaha. He'll gain center red and fire it in deep. Durant right to Trevino. Flips it up ahead. Hollowell turns on the Jets. Left it for Rempe at the blue line. Overskated it. He'll collect it now using the big reach. Swipes it around the boards. Hoffman trying to get there. Run into by Regula. Nash down low. Hoffman trying to sneak it off the back of DiPietro and hit the side of the net. Hoffman working down low. Looking to play that up to the point for Matt Cairns. It got through him. Cairns has to retreat out with Lysell pressuring him. Cairns did get there in time, and now Belzile right back in for Hartford. He finds Nash. He shoots over the glove of DiPietro and hits the plexi behind the Bruin net. Boquist. 13-15 to go in the opening period. Bruins leading 1-0. They have all 4 shots in this hockey game. The goal coming 30 seconds in for Mark McLaughlin. Berzola up ahead for Berard. Bruins are 0 for 2 in the power play early. Callahan pressured by Adam Edstrom. Good work by the big Swede. He'll play it into the left wing corner. Brodzinski fresh out. Trying to pressure Walsh. The clearing attempt hit Brett Berard in the face. He's stung. He's got to go for a change. Lysell, meanwhile, trying to feed Merkulov, but pass missed him, and Robertson is able to muscle it out to neutral. Unfortunate break for Brett Berard as that puck just came up and hit him. And he was stung making his way to the bench. He is still on the bench. Good news for him. Brodzinski weaves into the slot. He turns, he shoots. It went off the leg of his teammate Edstrom. And harmlessly into the left wing corner, cleared up the ice for the Bruins. Would have icing if it would have been icing if it had enough. It did not. So Hollowell will collect and retreat behind his own goal. Good pace early here, over 7.5 into this game. Bruins leading 1-0. Shot still 4-0. Bobby Trevino trying to change that. Right wing side, bumped off by Brunet. Zaboral. Now into the corner, Sikora. Down low for Henriksen. He has Trevino in front. Sikora trying to tuck it home. DiPietro the save. He'll clog up the 5-hole and hang on for a whistle. And now Trevino being removed from that net front area in front of Michael DiPietro. Hartford's first shot of the game comes in close, but they trail 1-0 to the Bruins here on Thanksgiving Eve. Mark McLaughlin just 30 seconds in.
Available until the end of the first intermission, so don't miss out. The Xfinity Ice Level Lounge lets you and your group be part of the celly. The Ice Level Lounge puts you right on the glass all night, allowing you to see the game like You have never seen it before. If you're looking for a fun night out with your group of friends or are looking to treat clients to a unique experience, look no further than the Xfinity Ice Level Lounge. For more information, visit hartfordwolfpack.com/ILL. Are you looking for something to do in Connecticut? Fun in Connecticut has everything you are looking for, including entertainment, events, and sports. Visit FunInConnecticut.com for the latest Connecticut has to offer.
Hi, I'm Brandon Scanlon. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
The Wolfpack trailing in this one. 1-0. The goal coming 30 seconds in. McLaughlin. The fastest goal to start a game against the Wolfpack this season was Curtis Hall's tally, 2:57 in on Veterans Day. That was the game winner for the Bruins in that one, and they made a habit in this building of scoring early goals. And Alex Thomas, happy to have you alongside. Shots are 4-1 in favor of the Bruins on this Wednesday night. Wolfpack penalty kill, which is 6th best in the league coming into tonight, killing 3 minutes and 56 seconds of consecutive penalty time. And they're going to get a power play here as Henriksen gives it to Sikora, 6-on-5 with the delayed penalty. Wolfpack looking to set something up. This is Sikora. His shot was blocked, touched up by a Bruin, and we will get a penalty call with 11:45 to go. And the Wolfpack are going to go to the power play for the first time tonight. The Wolfpack are 2 for 10 in the season series. They were 0 for 2 on November the 12th. They were 10th best in the league, 20.31% success rate. Bruins PK, just 28th in the league. 28th in the league, rather. 75.86%. Face off to the left of DiPietro. Wolfpack going with Nash. Belzile on his left, Hoffman on his right. Brodzinski, the fourth forward. And Mac Hollowell, the defenseman. His shot off the glove of DiPietro. Laid back by Belzile. This is Hollowell. Return feed from Hoffman. Shot whistled wide. Brodzinski is shot. That went wide too. It'll come all the way out in a short-handed opportunity the other way. Megna with Richard. Megna shoots. Saved by Garand. The rebound collected and moved up ice by Hollowell. Hartford will counter. This is Brodzinski. Right wing side. Rimmed around the boards by Nash. Brodzinski's waiting for it. Trying to play it back to the point. Went off of Megna. Kept in. Good work by Belzile. Looking to center it for Nash. He was run into by Callahan. Loose puck Brodzinski. Cross the ice. Brockman. He shoots. Kick save by DiPietro. The rebound. Cleared out to center by the veteran Jason Megna. Good pressure for Hartford. Second unit will make its way out there now as Hollowell turns back in his own zone. And it's Berard who took that puck up high earlier. Good to see him back out there. Korzak, Edstrom, Hollowell, and Robertson. Hollowell will go for a change. Robertson lost it in the skate of a Bruin. Now comes to Walsh. He'll bank it off the boards all the way down into the Hartford zone. Brett Berard fired a season-high 9 shots on goal on November the 12th in that loss in Providence. That's the most shots on goal in a game by a Wolfpack player this season, and a miscommunication at center will result in an icing. Algula in for high sticking at 8:15. First power play of the night for the Wolfpack, who trail 1-0 on the Mark McLaughlin goal 30 seconds into the game. Face off to the right of Dylan Garand. Korzak will take the draw against Trevor Kutar, but he'll win it cleanly for the Bruin PK as Michael Callahan inside of his own zone. Trying to clear it down the ice, went off the stick of Adam Edstrom. Flipped in by Korzak. Callahan chasing after. Michael Callahan spins away from the trouble, and he'll launch that one down the ice. Garand out to play it and give it to Nicholas Brouillard. Halfway home in this opening period. Shots 5-3 for the Bruins. Final 16 seconds of this Regula penalty. Bruins leading 1-0. Back have struggled to manufacture 5-on-5 offense. Just 1 goal through 3 games in this season series. They're going to change that here tonight. They've scored 5 goals in all 4 of their wins at home. Regula is free to the Bruin penalty kill. We'll start off with a nice kill here tonight. Each team over on the power play. Henriksen, weak shot from the point off the legs of Brunet. Rempe. Good work in the left wing corner using his size on Trevor Kutar. Looking to feed Trevino, pass evaded him. Right wing point Robertson slaps it off the boards, down low Zaboral and Rempe come together. That allows Brunet to collect. They'll bank it up for Regula. Gets it around Trevino, out to center and carried in by Kuntar. Long-range shot into the glove of Durand. He thought about covering, but we'll give it to Brouillard instead. Rodzinski with 9:08 to go in the period, snaps it up ahead for Trevino. Just out of his reach, no icing, but DiPietro will cover up. 9:03 to go in period one. Wolfpack looking for the equalizer on the power play, but they come up empty-handed. Bruins still leading it 1-0 on this Wednesday night.
Looking to have some fun before the doors open? Check out Hockey Happy Hour presented by Minuteman Press and the Electric Boat Heritage Club. All ticketed fans are welcome to the Chill Zone 2 hours prior to puck drop. Patrons can purchase a $10 wristband to receive access to an appetizer buffet and $2 12-ounce domestic draft beers until the start of the game. Has a teacher in your life or your student's life significantly impacted you in a positive way? The Wolfpack and the Capital City Education Alliance are looking to recognize a teacher at each...
Well, that was supposed to be immediate timeout, but we'll welcome you back in. And now they'll take it. Some confusion from the in-house crew here. So now we will step aside for our second break. Bruins 1, Wolfpack 0.
Looking to have some fun before the doors open? Check out Hockey Happy Hour presented by Minuteman Press and the Electric Boat Heritage Club. All ticketed fans are welcome to the Chill Zone 2 hours prior to puck drop. Patrons can purchase a $10 wristband to receive access to an appetizer buffet and $2 12-ounce domestic draft beers until the start of the game. Has a teacher in your life or your student's life significantly impacted you in a positive way? The Wolfpack and the Capital City Education Alliance are looking to recognize a teacher at each of the Pack's 36 home games during the 2023-24 season. Nominate them today by visiting hartfordwolfpack.com/educator. Again, that's hartfordwolfpack.com/educator.
Hi, this is Alex Brazil, number 55, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
That was our second media timeout. We welcome you back to the XL Center. I'm Alex Thomas. Again, a happy early Thanksgiving to everybody tuning in tonight on AHL TV and Mixler. 4th of 10 this season between the Bruins and the Wolfpack. Bruins will not be back here until January, which feels like it's far away, but well, we're already at Thanksgiving. It'll be here before you know it. Face off to the left of Dylan Garand. Georgi Merkulov and Riley Nash will do the honors as the Wolfpack will win the face-off. Again, if you're just joining us with 8:50 to go in this opening period, the goal from Mark McLaughlin, 30 seconds into the game, the fastest goal that the Wolfpack have allowed to start a game this season. Previous mark was 2 minutes and 57 seconds, and it was these Bruins in this building on November 11th, Curtis Hall. Pass through the left wing side. Officials say it's onside. Hollowell sends it down low. Nash has 2 black jerseys flocked to him. Dug free by a Bruin. Boquist, the overtime hero in the last meeting, could not get it out of the zone. Chipped up ahead for Fabian Lysell, who's had a good sophomore campaign here for the Bruins. Merkulov trying to spin away. Puck went off the official, comes to Lysell. He had Richard out in front, but it is Sikora. Finds Anton Bleed. Henriksen. For Bleed, he'll send this in. Bleed's 3rd goal of the season last Friday night in Syracuse. This was a good trio for Steve Smith in that home and home with the crunch. The 2 games between those 2 teams this season. Home team won them both. Sikora in the right wing corner, down low for Henriksen. He has Bleed out in front. Henriksen looking for Bleed in his skates. His shot blocked by Richard. Into the corner, Henriksen up top for Matt Cairns. Into the traffic, it'll miss wide. Was looking for a redirect in front. Sikora was there. Verzola couldn't get it to the point. Sikora working in the right wing corner. 4 bodies to his side, digging away. Brazeau, and looks like Henriksen more on the outside surveying the situation. Sikora trying to dig that puck free. Finally does. It went off the stick of Brazeau. Bleed trying to play it to the point. Bruins do get it out. Brazeau using his size, but Henriksen would not quit on the play. Brazeau eventually gets it back and finds the former first-round pick, Jakob Zaboral. Up ahead for Brazeau, chips it around Edstrom. Peeking over his shoulder, Brazeau run into by Brouillard. Up to the blue line for Callahan. Off the stick of Edstrom, taken by Berard. Edstrom will steer it out to neutral. Riley Walsh, impact player for Utica a year ago in the Devil organization. Coming over via trade in June, could not get it out. Good steal. Berard. Brodzinski, a one-timer. Saved by DiPietro. Good keep in the zone by Brett Berard as he knocked down that Riley Walsh clearing attempt and set up Brodzinski, who's tied for third in the American League in goals with 10. He's 18 points, by the way, tied for second in the league. The league leader in both goals and points is Adam Gaudette of the Springfield Thunderbirds. Laughlin will chip it behind the goal for the former Providence College Fire. Michael Callahan, Toporowski, bearing down on his former junior teammate Dylan Garand with cam loops. He's knocked off the puck. Trevino will Rempe, he'll steer it in. For enough, got it around Korzak and Rempe. This is McLaughlin. Abate in the neutral zone, eyed by Korzak, he'll fling it in. Garand gets a piece of it. Scanlon for Trevino, puck is in his skates, worked on by Kuntar. Korzak had a stick tied up, puck will pop to Mac Hollowell. Up ahead for Rempe, chips it around Renouf for a goal up, however, there to clean it up for the Bruins. He bobbled it in his skates for a moment, takes a bump from Rempe. Steered up the boards by Renouf. Chance to clear, they got through Korzak, and the Bruins could not get it out of the zone. Turned over by Abate, but Trevino at the end of a shift can only send it down low. Magula, D to D for Dan Renouf, pestered by Rempe. Tipped into the zone by Curtis Hall. Picked up by Matthew Robertson, he'll rim it around for Belzile. Turned over in front, and it was Kuntar, who I don't think had any expectation of finding that puck, who pushed it wide and over Garand. Now it's Walsh, given on across Lysell, bubbled it for a moment, walks his way back to the blue line, trying to feed into the high slot, shot off the leg of Brouillard. Abate worked on by Hoffman, chipped up to the line, Callahan, D to D for Walsh, bubbled it for a moment, gets it right back. Walsh, down low for Kuntar, rolls off of his stick into the left wing corner. Abate worked on by Hoffman, good stick check by Nash. Callahan shot off of a Wolfpack stick into the right wing corner. Brouillard will move it up ahead. It was Alex Belzile who swung that puck back as DiPietro will cover up Belzile out in front with 4:30 to go. And we'll get back to that scoring chance in a moment, but for now, we've got to step aside for a media timeout. Shot 6-4 for the Bruins, playing a good road period and leading 1-0 here tonight in Hartford.
'Twas a hectic holiday night, and the season's hottest toy was nowhere in sight. I was dashing downtown in my Nissan Rogue when a delivery truck turned my night around. With no time to lose, I drove straight into the frosty night. But this isn't a classic holiday tale. It's a Nissan sales event ad. A little snow is no match for my intelligent all-wheel drive.
Now get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on popular models on top of existing offers.
When I got my hands on the last toy, my smile was bright. Better hurry, you don't want to miss this holiday delight.
Availability is limited. Shop your local Nissan store or nissanusa.com today. Intelligent all-wheel drive is an available feature. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. $1,000 holiday bonus cash available on 2023 Armada. $500 holiday bonus cash available on 2023 Road Frontier and Murano. Holiday bonus cash valid 11/20/23 through 11/30/23. Available on lease and purchase. Must take delivery from new dealer stock. See dealer for details. Subject to residency restrictions.
I'm Matt Rempe. You listen to Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the XL Center. I'm Alex Thomas. We do know if you're listening on Mixer tonight, you are experiencing a little bit of some technical difficulties on Mixer. We do apologize for that. We are working on the Mixer feed, and we'll see what we can try to remedy for you here tonight on AHL TV. We're happy to have you with 4.5 to go in this one. Good chance for Trevor Kuntar right before the break, as Brodzinski's shot is sticked aside by DiPietro and up and out of play. Kind of an uncharacteristic turnover for the Wolfpack on that Kuntar opportunity, as it looked like Belzile was trying to play it back for a defender. The only issue is there was nobody there, which is really uncharacteristic again of how the Wolfpack have played lately. They've been very smart with the puck. That one ends up out in front. Kuntar just gets too much air underneath it and puts it over Dylan Garand. But it was a turnover that set up the McLaughlin goal. And as the Bruins ahead 1-0, that goal 30 seconds in right now is the only one we've seen in this game. And there was no chance for Dylan Garand on that one. That was right in that home plate area, a high danger grade A chance. The former Boston College Eagle. This is Adam Edstrom. Works his way into the left wing corner of the Bruins zone. He'll try to set it up. Brodzinski gives it to Berard. Back up top, Hollowell. His shot knocked down out in front and collected by Brunet, who banks it off the boards. It is taken by Boquist to Lysell and sent in to the Wolfpack zone. A little bit of pushing and shoving now in front of the Wolfpack bench. Play continues on as Sikora will chip it in. The veteran defenseman Renault steers it to Regula, couldn't handle it. Brazeau is there. Chipped it off of Bleed, didn't get out. Here's Henriksen. Sikora defended nicely by Renault. He'll send it for Bleed. Tied up by Regula. Sikora. Now this is Bleed once more on his backhand. Looking to spin away from a Bruin. Bumped to the corner by Magna. Comes to Henriksen. Down low, Bleed. Sikora's out in front. Bleed wanders into the right wing corner. Now Brazola right back to Anton Bleed. He'll turn. Brazola lets it go. Henriksen behind the Bruin net. Good shift in the O-zone for this trio. Now Cairns gives it. Bleed a shot. Glove down by DiPietro when he hangs on with 2:50 to go. And now Sikora gets a push out in front. So some good zone time for this trio. Henriksen between Sikora and Bleed. And they were the best line for the Wolfpack in that 5-3 loss in Syracuse last Friday night. They scored a minute and 40 seconds into the 5-2 win on Saturday against those same Crunch. And that time it's Bleed looking for his 4th of the year and first against his former team. Zach will take the draw against Farinacci, but it is McLaughlin who releases, collects, and moves into the offensive zone. Mark McLaughlin worked on by Brouillard in the left wing corner in front of the Zamboni doors. Loose puck taken by Korzak, chipped to the line, not out, kept in Callahan. Off the skates of a Bruin, chasing it is Trevino. Former UMass Minuteman and a national champion in 2021 as Korzak will send that down the ice. Callahan off the plexi out to center. Over the outstretched glove of Toporowski. Robertson pressured by McLaughlin, and then Farinacci got it out to neutral. In front of the Bruin bench, this is Trevino. Tried to send it in, believe it went off the skate of the officials. Morrill volleyed into the Hartford zone. Collected in stride by Hollowell. Banks it off the end boards for his deep partner. On this shift, at least Brouillard. And off of Zaboral, down to DiPietro. He'll give it on for Brunet. Brunet run into by Belzile. Now this is the veteran Riley Nash, over 900 games, is Hoffman. Down for Belzile, but defended nicely by Brunet, and out to neutral is Hall. Pass too far ahead for Abate, beats Hollowell to the puck, and will send it in deep. Scanlon bumped by Curtis Hall, turned over. This is Abate now. Right wing side, over skate of the puck, taken by Nash. Hoffman gives it for Belzile. Now for Hoffman. Back will fire it in, Hoffman chasing, Regula first one on it. D backhand pass for Dan Renoff. Intercepted by Brodzinski, banked off the boards for Brouillard. Quickly D Robertson, up ahead Berard. He'll tip it into the zone. DiPietro comes out to settle. Brodzinski pressuring him. Bruins could not get it out on the first chance as Brouillard poked it away from Kuntar, but it came right to Dan Renoff. This is Brett Berard walking in left wing side. A shot too hot over the glove of DiPietro. It'll rocket off the plexi and down the ice. Robertson chasing to beat Merkulov to it. He does, couldn't get it up the wall, gets some help from his deep partner Brouillard. Robertson worked on, Edstrom finds the loose puck. Nick Brouillard in the final 44 seconds of this period. Up ahead for Berard, looking for Edstrom, broken up by Callahan. Edstrom, now Berard, he's in, couldn't get a shot away. Here's Edstrom to the goal, forehand, and a save by DiPietro. Good move by Adam Edstrom, looking for his 6th of the year, but an even better save by DiPietro, who just got it on his blocker side to keep this a 1-0 game. That is now 41 consecutive saves for Michael DiPietro in just about 4 periods of work against Hartford this season. Final 10 seconds, Henriksen will rush up the ice, right wing side, centers for Bleed, he was knocked down. Sikora, here's Hollowell, in front for Henriksen, scores! The Bruins get one 30 seconds in. Hartford gets one with 2.7 ticks on the clock. 2nd of the year for Carl Henriksen. Mac Hollowell, great patience into the right wing circle. He sets him up on the cross-ice feed. We're tied again with 2.7 to go. And finally, Hartford has beat DiPietro on their 42nd bid this season. Oh, this line has been a hard-working one for Steve Smith's team. 3 straight games, they've set up a goal in that home plate area. It's the second goal, second point of the year for Henriksen. And after missing 5 games with an upper body injury, Mac Hollowell's got his team-leading 10th assist of the year as the horn will sound. It didn't start well, that's an understatement. They gave up a goal 30 seconds in and had the kill 3 minutes and 57 seconds of penalty time in a row, including 4 seconds of a 5-on-3. But the Wolfpack running the ship in the final about 8 minutes of that period, it felt like, got their feet underneath them, and that's a big goal before the horn. The old saying, you know, goals in the first minute are killer, goals in the last minute are killer. Well, there's one of each tonight. A goal for the Bruins in the first minute, and a goal for the Wolfpack in the final minute. As we bring inside our broadcast booth, it is Carl Henriksen at 19:57, his second goal of the year on the feed from Mac Hollowell. We welcome in Sean Dufresne to our broadcast booth. Sean, happy early Thanksgiving to you, and a pretty interesting and ended up in the end, it didn't look like it at the start, but in the end, it ended up being a pretty evenly played opening period.
Absolutely, and first of all, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And yeah, a crazy period, like you mentioned. The early goal there from Providence. I really loved the way Hartford was able to respond after that. Stuck with 2 penalties to kill off. They're able to do that. Garand gets a couple saves. It's always tough to let the first one by. That could definitely knock your confidence a bit, but for the remainder of the period, he looked great there. And then Hendrickson, his second goal in as many games, well-deserved.
And I think what's you know, it is tough to give up that first goal on the first shot, but I think what's got to help Dylan Garand there, Sean, is that's a really tough save to make. That's not a fluke. That's not a bad goal. That's a pretty good player left below the hash marks all alone with a grade A scoring chance. Yeah, the odds are not in the goaltender's favor. A lot easier to shake that off.
Yeah, and McLaughlin and Farinacci have worked really well the last couple of weeks here. And just, we've seen that play a ton of times between these two teams. You know, drawing guys behind the net, you leave that guy free between the hash marks. And, you know, point-blank range, it's a difficult shot to save, like you mentioned. But, again, I love the response from Garand. Especially with those 2 penalties they had to kill off shortly after. Yeah, and great work by the Wolfpack penalty kill, which enters tonight 6th best in the league. They gave up 2 shots in 3 minutes and 56 seconds of consecutive power play time for the Bruins. The goal is the second of the year, second point for Carl Henriksen. The 10th assist, that's a team-leading mark for Mac Hollowell, his 11th point, and Adam Sikora gets assist number 5 and point number 6 at 19:57 of the first period. We'll bringing the goal call in from the highlight zone later in the action, but let's start tonight with a not a jam-packed slate, but not a light slate per se. 8 games in the American Hockey League tonight, Sean, other than our one here. Yeah, and it's a respectable slate for a Wednesday night. 8 games, like you mentioned. We're going to start in Hershey, where the 12-4-0-0 Hershey Bears hosting the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. They are 8-5-2-0. 2 solid teams so far to this point in the year, and they are tied 1-1, 4:53 to go in the first period there at the Giant Center. The Utica Comets 5-4-3-0, hosting the Syracuse Crunch 8-4-0-2. Hartford had great games against them last weekend, a real gritty team, but they find themselves down 1-0 to Utica here at the Adirondack Bank Center in Utica. 5:29 to go in the first there. The Laval Rocket on the road taking on the Rochester Americans, and they find themselves up 2-0 over Rochester, 58 left in the first. The Mass Mutual Center has the Springfield Thunderbirds hosting the Bridgeport Islanders. And it's Pekka getting on the board for the Thunderbirds, and they find themselves up 1-0 the first period, about to come to a close in Springfield. It's 1 at the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte as the 9-5-0-0 Checkers host the Cleveland Monsters, little interdivisional game there. And we are yet to find our first goal in that one, and even 11-11 shots apiece after 1 period. Here in Hartford, an early goal from Providence, followed up by a late goal from Hartford. We see a 1-1 tie through 1. Hendrickson with the goal for Hartford, Mark McLaughlin with the goal for Providence, and a slight shot edge 8-7 in favor of Hartford. The Milwaukee Admirals welcome the Iowa Wild. That'll be an 8 o'clock puck drop at the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. Both those teams over 500, looking to keep their winning streak going. The Hartford Ice Hogs host the Manitoba Moose. That's an 8 o'clock puck drop as well in Rockford. And lastly, the red-hot Calgary Wranglers, 11-3-1-0, host the Tucson Roadrunners, who are 8-5-0-1. That game at 9 o'clock in Calgary.
Yeah, and a handful of games last night in the AHL, too. We'll quickly run through it. Lehigh Valley, 2-1 in Toronto. Tucson, 3-2 in Calgary. Bakersfield, Jack Campbell is shut out as the Condors blanking Henderson Silver Knights 2-0. Ontario blitzing Coachella Valley 6-0. And San Jose with a 5-4 win over San Diego. And for the San Diego Gulls, they started this season, Sean, winning their first 2 games against Ontario, but are 0-9, 3-0 since then, and will go into the Thanksgiving break after that 5-4 loss to San Jose last night. But some good news in the out-of-town for Hartford Monday night, with Cleveland winning the first of those 2 games in Charlotte. And you look at the Atlantic Division standings, and parity seems to be the buzzword.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And with the Checkers, they've played a lot of interdivisional games. I feel like I'm seeing them playing more of the out-of-division opponents, more so than any other teams in this Atlantic Division. But you mentioned parity there. The Islanders on Sunday knocking off Providence 3-1. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins getting a sweep on Friday, Saturday recently, including a Nedeljkovic empty net goal, which was pretty sweet to watch there. But yeah, parity is just a word that we're going to throw around a lot this year, as any team in this division on any given night can just put a beat down on the opposition.
Well, how about that weekend? Alex Nedeljkovic gets the empty net goal, and that was his 2nd career goal. So we've seen goalie goals a little more frequently in the AHL. He's the first to ever do it twice. Picks up the win, and then goes and picks up a shutout in his return to Pittsburgh over Vegas later in the weekend. Not a bad 72 hours for Alex Nedeljkovic. All right, Sean's going to take us around a 14-game slate in the NHL in just a little bit, but first we're going to head down to the Wolfpack locker room, where you will hear from defenseman Mac Hollowell, who missed the last 5 games with an upper body injury. He talks about his return to the lineup tonight, his acclimation to Hartford in his first year with the Wolfpack, and the success that not only the defenses have, but that the power play has had early in this season. Without further ado, here's Mac Hollowell.
Mac, thanks for taking the time to join us ahead of tonight's game against the Providence Bruins. And you're back into the lineup tonight for this team after about 2 weeks out. And how are you feeling right now? And is there an excitement level on getting back into game action?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited. I mean, obviously sitting out and just watching your team play, watching them have success, you want to get back in there and help them win hockey games. And, I mean, that's just what I'm trying to do. They've been doing good without me, so I'm just trying to come in and have a smooth transition here.
You guys playing the Bruins for the 4th time this season. All 3 of the previous games have been pretty close. You played in the season opening game, that 3-2 shootout win. What is it about the Bruins and the Wolfpack, from games you've played in and games you've watched, where every time you guys play, it's a good, tight, close game?
Yeah, for sure. You're right. It has been. And I think it just has to do with a lot of depth. I think both teams really have 4 good lines of forwards and 3 pairs of D with good goaltending. So, I mean, it's just going to be a gritty, grindy game along the boards, and we're just going to have to work for it.
On defense, when you guys played that first game against Providence, 5 of the 6 defensemen you guys had in the lineup were not on the active roster in the playoffs. Matthew Robertson was injured at that time. But you guys have had some pretty good chemistry from day one. What's allowed you guys as a position group to kind of come in here this year and really click without any kind of real feeling out process? It's been pretty impressive through the first almost 2 months now of the season.
Yeah, for sure. I think it just has to do with the amount of talent we have on the back end. I think we have a really good D-core, and everybody has high hockey IQ. I think we all think the game pretty same way. So when we do get out there, it doesn't matter who we're playing with. We have pretty good chemistry, I'd say.
You started the season off with the longest assist streak and the longest point streak in the American Hockey League. What was that like for you, coming in here and having instant success and not just kind of dipping your toes in, but being the most productive defenseman in this league early in the season? What was that like for you, and what allowed you to have that success on a personal level?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it feels great, but at the time I wasn't even really thinking about it too much. I feel like I was just going game to game. I mean, it helps being on the power play with the guys we have, so I'm just trying to provide them with the puck and keep distributing it well so I can continue to have some success.
You mentioned the power play. Last year, power play was kind of up and down a little bit. This year, you guys have been pretty lethal. You got a really good, not just top unit, but you guys have 2 pretty good units that go out there and produce. On the power play, what's allowed you guys to have that success? I mean, you've got yourself out there, but you've also got Brennan Hoffman, who had 2 goals in that first game against Providence, Johnny Brodzinski, who's 2nd in the league in power play goals, Alex Belzile. You guys are a pretty dangerous group.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's like you said, the amount of talent we have there, and the second unit especially. I mean, when the first unit's not going, the second unit's always been there to pick us up. So mean, we got 2 heavy shooters on each side, so PKs can't really just hold on one side because the other side has a good shooter on that side. Then at the net, we have Riley Nash and Belzile, 2 of the top players in the league. So they're going to find ways to put the puck in the net, and they've been doing so.
You guys have had success on a team level. You've won a lot of games early in the season. You guys are in a fight right now with pretty much everybody in the Atlantic, it feels like, for those top couple of spots in this division. What have these first 2 months been like since coming here to training camp on October 1st for you, getting acclimated to Hartford, a new team, and a new coaching staff, a new system, and all that stuff? What's it been like getting acclimated here in the 2 months since you've arrived for camp?
Yeah, I mean, it's been smooth. I feel like it's definitely been a change just in terms of at the rink and how we operate here compared to in Toronto. But at the end of the day, it's just hockey, and I feel like once I got into the games and we started playing, we started winning games, everything just fell into place and made it a lot easier.
All right, last question I have for you. You mentioned back into it tonight. I want to circle back. As a player coming back from about 2 weeks out, what's kind of the approach for you tonight? Is it a case of trying to ease yourself back into things, or are you looking to pick up right where you left off and kind of hit the ground running here?
Yeah, I mean, I only missed 2 weeks, so I'm looking to pick up right where I left off. I don't think there's any reason why my game should dip. I feel like 2 weeks, you don't really lose your conditioning levels. I was able to get back into the gym for a while. My body feels good, so I'm ready to go, and I want to produce.
Awesome, Mac. Thanks for this. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Andrea Bocelli returns to Hartford for the first time in 20 years. The iconic Italian tenor will feature performances from his extensive repertoire, including music in honor of the holiday season, with selections from his recent #1 album, A Family Christmas, his uplifting solo album, Believe, as well as a selection of arias, his beloved crossover hits, and famed love songs. Bocelli will perform at the XL Center on Saturday, December 9th. Tickets at xlcenter.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters Global Tour as they take the court with moments of extreme basketball innovation and unparalleled fan fun. See the Globetrotter stars live as they dribble, spin, and dunk their way past their relentless rivals, the Washington Generals, at the XL Center on December 29th for 2 shows at 2 and 7 p.m. You'll be amazed by new levels of mind-blowing trick shots, expert ball handling skills, and big laughs with new, unrivaled opportunities for pregame, postgame, and in-game fan engagement. Tickets at xlcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Matthew Robertson. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
All right, welcome back. We have an NHL score check for you as well. 14 games on this Wednesday night, a little bit unusual, but we'll dive right into it here. The Boston Bruins just scored in Florida against the Panthers. They're now up 1-0 with 59 to go in the first period. The New York Rangers visiting the Pittsburgh Penguins, parent club of the Hartford Wolfpack, and they're up 1-0. Alexis Lafreniere having a nice start to his season with his 8th of the year. 20 seconds to go in the first period there. The Winnipeg Jets visiting the Tampa Bay Lightning. This game taking place in Tampa Bay, and they find themselves down 2-1 to Winnipeg. 1:54 to go in the first there. The Buffalo Sabres visiting the Washington Capitals. It is 2-1 Buffalo. Washington on the power play currently, so we'll see if that one changes by the next intermission. The Philadelphia Flyers have won their last 5 games, but they find themselves down 1-0 early to the New York Islanders. This one on the island. 15:37 to go in the first period. And a slew of games yet to begin tonight. We'll start with the Arizona Coyotes hosting the St. Louis Blues. That'll be a 9 o'clock puck drop. The Calgary Flames visiting the Nashville Predators. Both teams under 500 trying to dig out of a hole here as we head into December. This game in Nashville. On TNT, the second of a doubleheader tonight. It'll be the Dallas Stars hosting the Vegas Golden Knights. 2 heavy hitters going at it at 9:30. The Anaheim Ducks hosting the Montreal Canadiens. This one out west. It'll be a 10 o'clock puck drop. And our final 2 games here, a good matchup here is the Colorado Avalanche host the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks, a surprise start. They find themselves top 5 in the NHL right now. Tons of players, already 20 points or more. And lastly, the Seattle Kraken hosting the San Jose Sharks. This one will be a 10 o'clock puck drop. And that will do it for the NHL scoreboard check, as looks like a couple goals have actually come in through since I've done it. I'll mention a couple more stats here. Connor Bedard has 10 goals on the season now, as does Boone Jenner, who has 2 of the 3 Columbus goals in this period. As I mentioned, 1-0 was the score in Florida with the Bruins. And it looks like Charlie Coyle gets the goal. That one just comes in now. And as I mentioned, a bit of an uncharacteristic night here. 14 games on a Wednesday. I had to check my phone, make sure that it wasn't a weekend here as we are still figuring out some audio problems here, so I'm going to stay on the mic in the meantime. 4:28 remaining on the clock before the teams take the ice once again. It is 1-1 here in Hartford. It was in the opening 40 seconds that it would be Mark McLaughlin finding the back of the net. Nice setup feed behind the net from John Farinacci. Those two have worked well together this season. But it was Carl Henriksen, his second goal in as many games. And that third line with Sikora and Bleed paying this team in dividends as it is a 1-1 game here. Mac Hollowell making his return to the lineup tonight as well, and was noticeable from the minute this game started, as they needed somebody to captain that power play, and they were cycling through a lot of guys, but Hollowell comes back, as we heard his interview earlier in this intermission, and a phenomenal job in that first period. He has one of the assists on the Henriksen goal. And it's been a crazy game for sure. I mean, I was talking earlier about Farinacci and McLaughlin. They've been an incredible crew as Alex rejoins me here. They've played well together all season long here. I remember seeing Farinacci was picked up by the Bruins, and you know, it just seemed like the right fit. A Harvard guy, stays local. McLaughlin too, a Boston College guy. It just seemed like the cards were in the right place there for them too.
Yeah, and this Bruins team has had a lot of success with, you know, Farinacci obviously was drafted but didn't sign with Arizona. They've had a lot of success with some of these players that they have found as undrafted free agents, Mark McLaughlin and John Farinacci among them. But guys like Luke Toporowski, Justin Brazeau, who have been Brandon Bussey. I mean, we can't forget him, obviously. He's
Especially
been outstanding.
That first game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they have continued to find guys to do an excellent job with that. And it's partially why, you know, you might look at the record right now, 6, 7, 1, and 2 for the Bruins. But, you know, you kind of get a feeling that this isn't going to last. This team, when the dust settles, they're always in that top 3 or 4 of the Atlantic Division. It would be a surprise if they're not this year. They got off to a great start tonight. Sean, just 30 seconds into the game, Mark McLaughlin, third goal of the year, and third point from John Farinacci, his 8th assist and 13th point of the year. Third assist and 8th point of the year for Luke Toporowski, who beat Dylan Garand over the blocker. Really an impossible save for Garand as McLaughlin was left alone all in front. Wolfpack had a good end of the period, and they got rewarded. Their best line, arguably, in that period was Carl Henriksen between Adam Sikora and Anton Bleed. Mac Hollowell was the man that set up Henriksen, who gets the icebreaker for Hartford in their second consecutive game. This one coming with 2.7 seconds to go. Let's take you into the highlight zone.
In just about 4 periods of work against Hartford this season. Final 10 seconds. Henriksen will rush up the ice, right wing side. Centers for Bleed. He was knocked down. Sikora. Here's Hollowell. In front for Henriksen. Scores!
The second goal of the season for Carl Henriksen. And it gives Hartford a 1-1 tie after 1 period of play. Shots on goal, Hartford 8, Providence 7. Power plays, Providence 0 for 2, Hartford 0 for 1. Penalties in the period, Riley Nash for slashing, just 119 in. Zach Brazola for hooking at 3:15. Alec Regula for Providence goes at 8:15 for high sticking. Sean, real quick, what are you looking for in this second period? Felt like Hartford got their feet underneath them there late period 1.
Well, I'm looking for a complete effort here because I think what makes a Providence team really difficult to get a read on is how their offensive contributions have come from up and down the whole roster. I mean, I don't think there's an outlier on this team in any statistical category up until this point, which tells me that any one of these guys can strike at any time. So, like I mentioned, it has to be a complete effort from Hartford here. Getting that goal in the dying seconds of the first was crucial, and it's going to give them a renewed life, it seems, coming into this period.
All right, Sean, thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the second intermission. All right, we are just about ready for period number 2 here at the XL Center in Hartford. I'm Alex Thomas. Happy to have you alongside here tonight as the Wolfpack look to make it 3 in a row at home. We are underway in this second period. Wolfpack attacking from left to right with Dylan Garand in goal to our broadcast left, and goal to our broadcast right is Michael DiPietro as that shot is fought off by Grant. Bruins going from right to left in this middle stanza. Shots 8-8 after that shot in the opening seconds for the Bruins. Mark McLaughlin 30 seconds in. Carl Henriksen with 2.7 to go in this first period. And Tom Bleed will give it to the aforementioned Henriksen. Returns it. Bleed. Backhand save by DiPietro. Big rebound. Comes back up to the point for Mac Hollowell. Hollowell. Now Robertson walks in. Shoots. Save by DiPietro. Another rebound in front. Sikora didn't see it. DiPietro did. He'll hang on for a whistle. And another good shift for that hard-working line that just finds a way to roll up their sleeves. Blue-collar trio that just gets into the offensive zone and goes to work. And that is the former Bruin of both Boston and Providence, former Colorado Avalanche and Colorado Eagle, and Tom Bleed, who just always seems to find his way into the fight and dragging in second-year Carl Henriksen and rookie Adam Sikora, and they are more than happy to oblige. This is Brett Berard, the Rhode Island native, who centers it. Brodzinski, a shot off the leg of Callahan. Edstrom left the puck behind. Georgi Merkulov, the former Ohio State Buckeye, gives it for Riley Walsh, native of Framingham, Massachusetts. Up ahead for Lysell. Now Boquist, left wing side, walks into the circle, forced outside by Brouillard. Boquist hangs onto it, into the slot. His shot off of Brodzinski. Tied up by Edstrom. That allows Berard to find the loose puck. Brouillard up into the O-zone, gives it. Brodzinski cross the ice, too far ahead of Berard. He'll steer it around for Brodzinski, who set Berard up for a second period goal on Saturday. Pass off of Boquist and out to center. Hugo Alnefeld had overcommitted, and Brodzinski set up Berard for a wraparound, his third goal of the season, 29 seconds after Jaffe tied it. Belzile in front, Brodzinski scores! Number 11 on the year for the captain, his team leading 19th point. Belzile set him up, and he snaps it by DiPietro. And Hartford's got their first lead of the hockey game with 8:14 to go. Well, they tied the game with 2.7 seconds to go, and period one, they take the lead with 1:46 gone by. In the second, on the team-leading 11th goal and 19th point of the season for Brodzinski, who now pulls into a tie for second in the American Hockey League in goals with Alex Steeves of the Toronto Marlies. They trail only Adam Gaudette, who's got 13. He had been in a tie for fourth with a host of players, and now Brodzinski will jump into that tie for second. This is flipped into the Wolfpack zone, set up by Alex Belzile, who's going to get his 10th assist and 15th point. So Hollowell and Belzile both have the team lead with 9 helpers coming into this one. In just 21:46 into the game, they've each got their now team leading 10th as the puck went off of Hoffman. Korzak had it sent back in for the former Rockford Ice Hog Alec Regula. Tipped in by Megna and collected by Zach Brzola. Evades the forechecking Curtis Hall. Chipped off the plexi, kept in by Trevor Kuntar. Off of Trevino. This is Abate. Across the ice, Regula. He'll enter in right wing side. Dancing in. Regula toward the goal. Backhand. Missed it wide. Loose puck taken by Belzile. He'll flip it up for Trevino. He has Korzak in the zone. Pass was off over and off. Trevor Kuntar. Poked away at the blue line by Scanlon. Taken by his deep part. Mac Hollowell. Matt Rempe lost his edge, but still able to play the puck to his centerman Korzak, who turned it over just inside the Bruin blue line. Scanlon gets on his horse, able to beat Kuntar to the loose puck. 89th overall pick by the Bruins in 2020, the Buffalo native Trevor Kuntar. Callahan crossed the ice wall. Shot was deflected. They've grazed the stick of Garand, kept in by McLaughlin. Now Callahan. His shot into the chest of Garand. He'll hang on. Kuntar provided the traffic, and now Toporowski. A little pushing and shoving with Scanlon. Rempe in there as well, as he and Trevor Kuntar are locked arm in arm and exchanging verbal jabs as they skate through the right wing circle, and finally will be broken up by an official. Kuntar may be a rookie in this league, but he is a tough customer.
and is not going to back down for anybody. Even Rampew, in his rookie year, that fight about a year ago in Hershey against Dylan McElrath kind of caught a lot of people's attention. He had another big one against J.D. Greenway in Providence last year. Had a great tilt with Garrett Wilson earlier this season. Two tough customers that love to get under the skin of their opposition. Brouillard chipped out to the line, did not get out. Toporowski bumped by Henriksen. Robertson couldn't get it out. 2-on-1 down low, a shot and a goal! The Wolfpack failed to clear, and Toporowski will beat his former junior teammate with Kamloops in the Western League, his 6th goal of the year. He's got a 2-point night, and a good response, so the Bruins will tie it 2-2, 16:02 to go in period 2. Wolfpack had 2 chances to get that out, and it ended up in the left wing circle on the stick of a gifted goal scorer. And Luke Toporowski, who had a good rookie year with the Bruins last year, earned himself an NHL deal with Boston on July the 1st, and he's off to a good start this season now, up to 9 points on the year, and that's going to be goal number 6 for him. Comes at 3 minutes and 58 seconds, so 2 minutes and 12 seconds after the Brodzinski goal from Belzile and Hoffman. It is Toporowski who ties it as the Wolfpack had 2 chances to clear. Unsuccessful on both, and the Bruins make them pay. Brodzinski will chase after it. Lysell is flattened by Robertson. The puck stays in. Berard finds Brodzinski into the right wing circle. Out in front for Berard. He tapped it wide. Was being knocked down by a Bruin defender in the process. As this is flipped out by Boquist, and they're going to get Berard, I think, for a penalty here. For a hold, I believe, with 15:21 to go. So once again, the Bruins get a goal and then immediately go to the power play as the Rhode Island native Brett Berard is sent off for holding Jesper Boquist in front of that Wolfpack bench. Toporowski is 6th of the year at .358, comes 2 minutes and 12 seconds after Brodzinski's team leading 11. On the right wing circle, Bruins will go to work. They have the 25th ranked power play coming into tonight, 14.47%. They're 0 for 2 in this one. Negna has Toporowski on his left wing, Brazeau on his right. Lost to draw, and Scanlon will clear. The 4th forward is Anthony Richard, who had a power play goal in the last meeting. Tipping that man, Jakob Zaboral's shot home. Wolfpack going with Edstrom and Nash up front. Robertson and Scanlon on the blue line. Toporowski tried to dump it in left wing side. Initially fanned on it. Second chance deep. Did get it deep. Nash is hauled down behind the net looking for a penalty. None forthcoming. I'll play on. Negna in the right wing corner. Pass for Zaboral. Went through his legs. It chipped up ahead for Nash. Couldn't collect it in stride. Tried to get it deep and hit his own man Edstrom. Robertson lost an edge, but the puck ended up in his skates, and now a shorthanded 2-on-1. Nash walks in, he shoots, he pushed it wide. Bleed the rebound, he hit the side of the goal. DiPietro had no prayer of getting back. Bleed had a yawning cage, but he just couldn't put it home from the sharp angle. He chipped it up the side of the net as Hartford gets 2 looks on a shorthanded 2-on-1, but are unable to retake the lead. Nash's shot went wide, and then Bleed just hit the side of the net from an almost impossible angle. Boquist down low. Farinacci had to go through him. Merkulov bumped by Brouillard. Down to 40 seconds on the power play. Centering pass read perfectly by Sikora. He'll control and exit out of the zone. Take it inside the Bruins end. Chipping around a defender in Riley Walsh. Good work by Sikora. He's finally bumped off the puck by Boquist. Maybe in Lysell will try to counter up the ice. Lysell hacked at by Belzile, got it to Walsh. Return feed for Lysell, poked away by Hollowell. He's behind his own goal, worked by Merkulov and Lysell. He'll play it along the left wing wall, comes to the point, kept in Walsh. Gives toss off the ricochet for Toporowski. Rather check that's Merkulov, excuse me, I beg your pardon, as his shot is deflected up and out of play with 8 seconds left on the Berard holding minor. Maybe the best shorthanded look of the season for Hartford. 2-on-1, Nash's shot goes wide, and yawning cage for Bleed, but it clips the side of the goal. As DiPietro was desperately trying to get back from right to left, but Tough angle for Bleed, and he was being rushed by a Bruin. It looks, one might say, oh, he's got a lot of net to tuck that home in, but that was not an easy play for Anton Bleed. 5 seconds of the power play. Renouf, his shot blocked by Trevino. It will backhand it down the ice, and Hartford's penalty kill is 3 for 3 after going 6 for 6 last weekend. Including 4 for 4 in this building on Saturday night. They were 3 for 3. As Abate will move in now 5-on-5. Reiser over Garand off the plexi, kept in by Hall. Carl Henriksen marks behind the Wolfpack goal. In front for Scanlon, up ahead for Trevino. Will this be icing? Yes, it will. As Dan Renouf is just going to beat Matt Rempe to that puck. 12:54 to go in the second period. Shots 11 apiece. Goals 2-2. Brodzinski, team leading 11th goal. Team leading 19th point at 146. Alex Belzile now tied for the team leading assists with 10. His 15th point of the year. And the rookie Brennan Hoffman, his 8th assist, 10th point of the season at 146. Well, Luke Toporowski, his 6th goal and 9th point of the year. He's got a goal and an assist, ties him at 358 from John Farinacci. He's got 2 assists tonight, now 9 of the year, and 14 points for the Harvard product. And Riley Walsh, his 4th assist and 5th point of the year, as that shot is gloved down by Garand. And we will step aside. 12:50 to go in period 2. Each team has struck once. Wolfpack and the Bruins deadlocked 2 apiece on this Thanksgiving Eve.
The Icebox rolls into Hartford again this season for 4 games. Cheer on the Huskies as they take on UMass Lowell for their first game back in Hartford on October 28th. Also this season at the XL Center, the CT Ice Hockey Tournament featuring UConn, Yale, Sacred Heart, and Quinnipiac will take place January 26th and 27th. More information is available at xlcenter.com. Disney on Ice presents Magic in the Stars, coming to the XL Center January 4th through the 7th. Chart a course through the night sky to Disney on Ice, where every story begins with a wish. Join Disney on Ice for a magical journey with Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy through timeless tales and today's favorites. The adventure begins when the North Star shines brightly and descends upon Jiminy Cricket as he welcomes and reminds the audience that the most fantastic, magical things can happen. And it all starts with a wish. Tickets available at xlcenter.com.
I'm Jake Lesishin. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Wolfpack and Bruins are tied 2-2 on this Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve. Happy to have you alongside him, Alex Thomas. Wolfpack will get a chance to celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow, and then they will be back on the ice on Friday when they take on the Springfield Thunderbirds. The only road game in this stretch of 6 out of 7 at home. That'll be a 7:05 p.m. puck drop, and then we'll be back here Saturday for a 7:30 p.m. puck drop. Off the drop. This is sticked aside by Garand. Swung in deep by Bay. Back trying to get it out. Korzak, he'll retreat a little bit. That allows him to get some space as Robertson gives it to Offman. And back out of the zone, Brouillard. That's too far for Offman. Brunet. Just about 8 gone by here in period number 2. Toporowski for Robertson, gives it Brouillard. Riley Walsh back for Brunet. Walsh off the boards, D-to-D for Frederick Brunet, 5th round pick of the Bruins in 2022. Went 132nd overall to the Gatineau native as this is icing with 11:56 to go in the period. Split his final junior season with Rimouski and Victoriaville in the QMJHL. And then started his career in Providence. 57 assists, 73 points in 66 combined games with Rimouski and Victoriaville. He had 3 hoppers in 5 playoff games with the Tigers. He was the Rimouski captain prior to that trade. He had 128 points in 163 junior games. He was a second-team All-Star in the QMJHL last year before
turning pro with Providence. And this is his rookie campaign. So looking for his first point of the season. This is 9th game. Brazeau trying to play it to the point for Walsh, but that gets by him. Callahan has to retreat to beat out Adam Sikora for the puck. Richard. Now Brazeau golfs it into the Hartford zone, settled by Garand. Off the plexi into the midsection of Brazeau. Magna. Puck bounced away from him. Henriksen. Callahan keeps it in, worked on by Bleed. That shot is off a body and up and out of play with 11:22 to go. So, Wolfpack getting back. Hollowell back into the lineup tonight. Grant Gabriel, who signed a PTO a week ago tomorrow, the odd man out after a solid debut Saturday in that win over Syracuse. Back also without Ben Hartford and Blake Hillman tonight. Connor Mackey remains with the Rangers, who continuing their road trip this evening in Pittsburgh. Won the first game in New Jersey, fell Monday in Dallas. Rangers taking on the Pens tonight. They'll be in Philadelphia on Friday and then return home Saturday to face the Boston Bruins. Puck rolls off the stick of Brodzinski and is covered up by DiPietro. 11:04 to go in the period. Steve Smith made his interim head coaching debut on November 12th against these Providence Bruins. So far he is 2-1, 1-0, and 4 games behind the bench. This number 5 for him tonight. Off the drop, Berardi shoots, saved by DiPietro. The rebound sat there for a moment. Merkulov able to find it, get it to Lysell, and puck will eventually bleed out to center. Pass was too much for Renouf, but was collected by Boquist. Back were shut out by DiPietro last time. 2 goals here on him tonight. Both 5-on-5 goals. That's worth noting. Hartford had just 1 5-on-5 goal in the first 3 meetings. But it's been their best 5-on-5 performance. And it wasn't like they were bad in any of those games either. The Bruins, one of the better goaltending teams in the league. Hollowell. Down low, Brodzinski. Swipes it out in front. Berard. Now Hollowell. Weak backhander broken up nicely by Regula. And he'll send the former New Jersey Devil, Jesper Boquist, away. Boquist spent his entire 22-23 season with New Jersey. Signed with the Boston Bruins on July the 12th. Had the overtime winner on November the 12th. Would have been icing, but Korzak gets there first. He'll break it up. Saboro. Laid up ahead for Hall. Robertson lost his footing. Rempe will collect it. Play it to Brouillard. D-to-D for Robertson, former second-round pick of the Rangers. Korzak. Now Kutar. Off the turnover. Carries it in for the Bruins. Kutar to the goal. Trying to stuff it home. Saved by Garand. Where's the puck? Hall's got it. Lost it in the left wing corner. He's run into by Korzak. Sent behind the Wolfpack net. Robertson at the end of his shift. Able to chip it up ahead for Trevino, but Hartford cannot get it out. Kutar, shot deflected wide. Collected Abate. Wrap around, no. Another chance, Kutar. Where is it? It's in his skates. Bruins with all kinds of pressure here. Hartford has failed to clear. Callahan. Down low, Abate waiting in the right wing corner. Shields the puck, plays it up top. Now Saboro a shot, saved by Garand, no rebound. With 9:17 to go. We will step aside. Bruins applying some pressure, looking to regain the lead. Abate and Brouillard going at it after the whistle. They're both gonna go. We'll sort it out on the other side of our commercial break. Hartford 2, Providence 2 on a Thanksgiving Eve showdown at the XL Center.
Kickstart the New Year's celebration with the Wolfpack Hockey and Hops event on Saturday, December 30th at 6 p.m. Local beer companies will be in attendance, including Illicit Brewing, Harpoon, and Urban Lodge. To get access to the tasting event, you will need to purchase a $40 plus fees package. All purchasers must be 21 plus. To purchase the package, please visit hartfordwolfpack.com/hops23. Do you get separation anxiety when you're not with your dog? Does your dog get separation anxiety when they're not with you? Well, do we have a solution for that? Our Pucks and Paws game presented by Brutus Bone Broth on Friday, December 22nd, allows you to take your dog with you to the game. Some possum vendors will be in attendance, including Charlie's Traveling Tree Truck, Dog Star Rescue, Valley Boarding Kennel, and more. Our Pucks and Paws packs are available at hartfordwolfpack.com/dogs. Please note that you must purchase this pack in order for your dog to attend. This pack costs $45 plus fees and includes 2 human tickets, 1 dog ticket, 1 poop bag holder, and a donation to a local dog rescue.
Hi, this is Bobby Trino, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
.9:17 to go in period 2. We're going to play 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes as Nicholas Brouillard gave a shove to Joey Abate as they were both skating back to their respective benches. And Abate gave Brouillard a slash back. And the officials said, well, we're going to take you both. And we'll play 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. 9:17 to go in period 2. I'm Alex Thomas. Happy to have you along on this Thanksgiving Eve. It is Riley Nash and Brennan Hoffman up front. Scanlon and Mac Hollowell on the blue line. Farinacci and McLaughlin up top for the Bruins. Callahan and Walsh at the point. This is Riley Nash who will carry it in. Hollowell finds Hoffman. His shot blocked by Walsh and carried up by McLaughlin. Farinacci defended nicely by Scanlon. Duran reverses around the boards. Nash waiting for it. He'll start up ahead with Hollowell. Now stretches it for Hoffman. Right wing side, Hoffman. Wobbled it for a moment, gets it back, finds Robertson, he shoots! He blistered it by the blocker of DiPietro. The rebound comes out to center. McLaughlin tired at the end of the shift. Will chip it across the ice for Farinacci. He just wants to get it in deep. Now he thinks twice about it and he'll enter the zone with control. Working on Robertson as Richard, Saboro, and Renuff come out onto the ice for the Bruins. It was good work by John Farinacci, who's been very impressive in his first professional season. As Sean mentioned at the intermission, played his college hockey at Harvard for former Bruin and Wolfpack Ted Donato. Johnny Brodzinski in on the left wing side as Edstrom is a trailer. Trying to get it to him, but Zaboro's all over him. Knocks him down on the left wing boards. Good defense by Zaboro. Magna and Richard, the 2 veteran forwards, will speed away for the Bruins. Magna drops it. Richard, he's in. He shoots. He got a little too much under on the glove side. It goes off the glass, comes to Zaboro. Banks it down low for Richard. Forced out by Edstrom. 30 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Edstrom turned it over, trying to cut in on goal. Spun out by Renuff. Edstrom waiting for reinforcements. He'll leave it. Scanlon walking into the slot. Drops it one more time. Brodzinski's shot stick was tied up, and the puck will trickle right to DiPietro, who hangs on for a whistle. But it was Adam Edstrom who knocked that puck away from Anthony Richard and started in the O-zone for Hartford. Some good puck movement, including a nice pass from Brandon Scanlon, but it was Jason Magno got just enough of the captain's stick. Got that puck harmlessly dribbled right on to DiPietro with 18. Check that, 16 seconds, so 4-on-4 time left and 7.5 to go in the second period. Bruins have lost 3 in a row. Wolfpack coming off a 5-2 win Saturday. They won 2 in a row in this building. Bruins have gotten the first goal in all 4 meetings between these 2 teams. Hartford had taken a 2-1 lead. We're tied 2-2. We've already played a pair of 3-2 games this season. A shootout at Hartford won 3-2 on October 13th, and an overtime 3-2 win on November the 12th for Providence. Both those games taking place at the Amica Mutual Pavilion. Abate and Brouillard are both out of the penalty box. Brouillard will play it back for Mac Hollowell. Wolfpack have 3D out there right now. Scanlon or Carl Henriksen. Mac Hollowell enters in right wing side. Trying to center a pass, broken up by Callahan. Down low, Bleed. Working on Alec Regula, kicks it to his backhand. Tried to feed Henriksen, intercepted by Regula, who's had a nice night. Came over in trade from Chicago on June 26th. This is sent in. Scanlon and Boquist come together. It was Regula and Ian Mitchell coming over. That deal that sent Taylor Hall and the UFA rights to Nick Foligno, who would re-sign with the Blackhawks to Chicago. Patrick Brunet chasing. He's bumped off by Riley Nash. Got the stick free. Around the boards for Matt Cairns. Had Sakura out in front. Cairns rather lost it for a moment. Renuff. Sakura bumps a man, forced a turnover. This is Riley Nash into the slot. He shoots, pushed it wide by DiPietro's blocker, Berzola. Has traffic in front, wanted to shoot it. He'll dish it off to Nash instead. Rolls away from the veteran, gets it back. Bouncing puck on Cairns. He'll steer it down low and hit the official. That allows the Bruins to collect, and it's swiped up ahead. Toporowski 1-on-2, working on Cairns. Shot fought off by Garand.
Cairns will chip the rebound to Nash, who sends it up for Belzile, and Hartford is back into the Providence zone. Trevino cut into the goal. Belzile pulls up left wing boards, finds Berzola. Shot right on, and an easy stick save for DiPietro, who feeds Riley Walsh. Couldn't get it out. Good stick work by Korzak to keep it in momentarily, but it came to Zaboral. Up ahead for Hall, muscled away by Robertson. Hall, the Ohio native, had the game winner last time these two teams met in this building. It's his only goal of the season thus far. Heard a little roar from the crowd as Riley Walsh, who has the puck now, is dumped in front of the Zamboni doors. Icing waved off. Hall got a piece of that. Abate getting inside on Brouillard. Would have won the foot race anyway. Shot was blocked. Now Callahan into the traffic. Hits the goalpost and it's in! A seeing eye shot from Michael Callahan. Garand never saw it. There was a mass of 3, maybe 4 bodies out in front. It's the first goal of the year for Michael Callahan. And the Bruins have regained the lead. As from the top of the left wing circle, he flung it in. Curtis Hall was providing the screen. There were 4 bodies in front. Kuntar there as well. Callahan led the way back. We think it's his goal for now. He had a shot tipped in by Oscar Steen against Hartford on opening night. For the moment, this one will be his first of the year. And 5th point at 14:53, and the Bruins, after falling behind 2-1, have scored 2 unanswered. A seeing eye shot from Callahan with all kinds of traffic in front as the Bruins win that area in front of the net and get rewarded, have regained the lead. And they will give it to Callahan, announced in-house here in Hartford. It is an unassisted goal for Michael Callahan, and the Bruins are looking for more. Drop back, Abate shot, knocked away by Durant. Puck chipped toward the line, not out, good keep by the rookie Brunet. He'll turn and fire one. Another chance in front of Abate, scores! 2 quick goals for the Bruins, and just like that, it's 4-2. Callahan got his first. Now Joey Abate gets number 1 in his season. And just like that, the Bruins are in control. 4:27 to play in period 2. It was a rebound off of Garand that came to Abate, who snuck in unmarked. And he puts it past Garand for his first goal and 2nd point of the season. 2 quick goals for the Bruins. They come 40 seconds apart exactly. The Wolfpack had a 2-1 lead, and the Bruins strike 3 times unanswered. And are now in control of this game, up by a deuce with 4:15 to go in this 2nd period. Lead flings it in deep. Brunet's got it first. So Abate gets the goal. Kuntar and Brunet get the assist. Kuntar's 3rd assist of the year, 5th point. And the first assist, 1st point of the season for Frederick Brunet. Hoffman was going to beat the icing, so DiPietro will chip it into the corner. It has been an uncharacteristic night for the Wolfpack when it comes to mistakes. Things we have not seen much in the first 15 games of the season have resulted in goals against, and now Brazeau will speed ahead, defended nicely by the stick of Cairns. Brazeau turned and fired one, was stopped by Cairns. Now Boquist, as the Bruins set up once more, looking to make it 3 in a row against Hartford. Looking to snap their 3-game losing streak. They fell behind 2-1, and that's an easy spot on the road. Knowing you're going to be traveling tonight to Allentown, maybe an easy spot to say, well, maybe this isn't our either. But give this Bruins team a lot of credit. They fought right back, have scored 3 unanswered, and late in this 2nd period have put themselves in a good position. And the Wolfpack will need to continue a trend tonight. They have scored 5 goals in all 5 of their home wins. They're going to need at least that this evening. Sikora is in on the left wing side. He had Nash going to the goal. He's drawn a penalty. Nash back up top for Brouillard. Gives it on for Nash. Off the skates of Belzile and to Regula with 2:35 to go. Michael Callahan's first of the year at 14:53. 40 seconds later, Joey Abate pounces on a rebound for his first goal of the year. And all of a sudden, it's 4-2 Bruins. We'll step aside from the XL Center in Hartford.
Get ready for Toby Mac's Hits Deep 2024 tour, where the hottest artists collide to create an unforgettable night of pure energy. With a lineup that includes Toby Mac, Corey Asbury, Mac Powell, Tasha Layton, John Reddick, and Tyrion, this show promises to be a musical journey like no other. It will have you on your feet, singing your heart out and experiencing the power of music in an epic dance party with thousands of new friends. Tickets available at xlcenter.com. Experience big-time family fun at Monster Jam. The most unexpected, unscripted, and unforgettable motorsports experience for families and fans in the world today returns to Hartford for an adrenaline-charged weekend at the XL Center on Saturday, March 23rd and Sunday, March 24th. At Monster Jam, world champion athletes in their 12,000-pound monster trucks tear up the dirt in wide-open competitions of speed and skill. Tickets available at xlcenter.com.
Hi, this is Johnny Bradzinski, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Big power play here for the Wolfpack, their second of the night, as Georgi Merkulov is off for hooking. Bruins have struck 3 unanswered to turn a 2-1 Wolfpack lead into a 4-1 Bruin lead. And that puck will squeak out off the face-off win. Hollowell is the lone defenseman, Brodzinski, Hoffman, Nash, and Belzile the forwards. Bruins countering with Richard and Megna up front. It is Renouf and Regula on the blue line as Belzile was looking back door, but DiPietro is feeling it again tonight, comes sliding out and gloves that down for a whistle. 2:17 to go in the period, 142 on the Merkulov penalty, face off to the right of DiPietro. Same 5 out there for Hartford. McLaughlin and Farinacci now the penalty killing forwards for the Bruins. Renouf and Regula remain in their roles on the blue line. This is Alec Regula, who will give it to Farinacci, who fires it down the length of the ice. We've seen him 4 times earlier this season, and we are impressed with the former Harvard forward and Arizona Coyote draft choice, John Farinacci. Do not sign with Arizona, instead inked the deal with Boston back on the 16th of August. Hollowell. That got by Regula, taken by McLaughlin, off the stick of Brodzinski to the line. It went off of the skate of Nash and will pinball all the way into the Hartford zone. Back have yet to truly get set up on this second power play. Going to try now. Brodzinski is stood up by Regula, lost the puck, and Farinacci will clear. And they'll make changes in the power play as Brouillard, Berard, Korzak, and Edstrom come out. Now the final change, we'll see Robertson jump over the boards for Hoffman. Brouillard drops it to Korzak. Berard ahead for Robertson. Steers the backhander deep into the zone. Callahan tied up by Berard. This is Robertson. Down low, Korzak in front. Edstrom knocked down by Megna. And cleared down the length of the ice by the Bruins as Garand will give it to Nicholas Brouillard. Strong penalty kill here for the Bruins to try and keep the momentum as we head into the final minute of this second period. Robertson tied up by Megna and Richard, and the veteran forward duo will combine to clear it. That'll just about do it. One last gasp here with 10 seconds left in the Merkulov minor. And all kinds of pressure from Trevor Kutar and Nicholas Brouillard. It's turned over at center. Abate will fling it in. Merkulov is freed, and the Bruins get a kill. Kutar. This line has been a problem tonight, as Trevino will gain center red and fling it in around Regula. Renouf run into by Rempe. Allows Hall to collect the puck. Trevino. Motor never stops on him as he forces a turnover. Hollowell shot. Glove down in front by Regula. They're looking for a hand pass. A hand goes up as Abate and Rempe jaw back and forth. Abate points at the scoreboard, but he doesn't seem to want any part of Matt Rempe. And Regula is going to go to the penalty box here with 13.2 seconds to go. Perhaps show he was bumped by Rempe. All right, Hartford hoping that it's 3rd time's the charm on the power play here tonight. Top unit will go back out. Regula will sit. Face off to the left of DiPietro. Hollowell to Offman. His shot whistles wide. Rodzinski. Hollowell. Shot blocked on the way in. Offman couldn't get a stick on it. 1 second left. Hollowell takes it down the wall. Shot at the horn. Dan Ruff didn't quite like. Gave Hollowell a bump. He thought that was a little late. Can understand why the veteran doesn't like that. And the Wolfpack will have 1 minute and 47 seconds on the power play. As the second period started off quite well for them with a goal 146 in. But give the Bruins a lot of credit. They score at 3:58 to tie it, and then 40 seconds apart, 2 goals, 14:53 and 15:33 to not only take the lead in this game, but to take a 2-goal lead in this game into the third period, and the Wolfpack will have their hands full in the final stanza tonight, looking for their first victory this season. When trailing after 2, they're 0-3, 2-0 in the other 5 instances. This Bruins team, as we welcome back Sean Dufresne. And Sean, it's almost kind of funny because last year it was the Bruins who were towards the top of the division, and just every time they met the Wolfpack, they just couldn't find a way to consistently beat that team, put them away. This year, it's early, but the Wolfpack are the team towards the top of the division, and yet the Bruins are right now 20 minutes away from a 3rd consecutive victory, and they've played pretty well in this season series. You can argue the Bruins have, you look at the record, it does not match at all what we've seen. This looks like a well-oiled machine of a hockey team.
Yeah, I mean, you take away those last 3 games from them, all those losses for Providence, and you know, it doesn't mean as much. It's the point I made in the first intermission that, you know, there's no outlier in any statistical category to this point on Providence. And, you know, I think when you have something like that going for you, it's demonstrating that anybody can jump in at any moment. 2 players with their first goals of the season tonight, coming 40 seconds apart. You know, it's showing me that, you know, we may not fully be exposed to the true depth of this team quite yet.
Yeah, and I think the other thing with the Bruins too, and we mentioned it early, is, and this shows the level of, I guess, respect is the word you're looking for, that this team has built up over the years, is that, yeah, okay, 6, 7, 1, and 2 going into Thanksgiving. Some teams may look at that and panic a little bit as, oh, you know, we're not living up to expectation, whatever the case may be. I don't think there's a single person in this league, let alone this Atlantic Division, who looks at this and say, well, the Bruins are going to struggle this year. No, I think everybody knows this team is always one of the top in the division. It's a matter of time before they get things figured out, and they look good here tonight. And remember, they get Fabian Lysell back. They don't have Parker Wotherspoon, who's day-to-day. He's a big part of that blue line as well. But what I want to ask you before we get into the AHL scoreboard check, Sean, is really impressed with Ryan Bouchinel's team's resolve. Because you lose 3 consecutive games, you have an early goal, probably get outplayed the final 8 to 10 minutes of that first period, give up a late goal, give up an early goal in the second. It's easy to say, here we go again. This team didn't do that. In fact, they wrestled this game back, and now they're in control.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, a few couple plays in those last few games, you know, they're all losses by a goal. You know, you count that Nedeljkovic empty net goal. That was the one game they lost by more than 1. But, you know, it's a game of inches, and I think they just got some tough bounces in those games. And like I mentioned, the depth that they've really brought to the forefront today. Lysell, their leading point scorer, out in this one. Farinacci is actually going to take over that one now, having played a few more games. But, yeah, really a team that I'm sure their performance tonight is just reaffirming the beliefs that they have in themselves, that, you know, this is a good time to go through the slump early in the season.
Yeah, well, they certainly do not look like a team that is in a slump tonight, and they're playing a very good Hartford team that tonight has made a few too many mistakes. And one last thing before we get into the AHL scoreboard check, a couple of uncharacteristic things tonight for the Wolfpacks, but you almost expect them to come out in this third period and have that really big push.
Yeah, and they're going to need it, right? You know, the fans are great tonight. The energy has been fantastic in this building. I think it's just going to boil down to settling it down a bit on the breakouts. You know, a lot of forced passes, you know, not realizing that you have more time than you really do. There was a couple costly turnovers in the neutral zone as well. I mean, especially in that period, Providence was really dominating the neutral zone, which is such a crucial part of the game there. And they really made it pay in that short span.
Well, we'll talk more about this later on in the intermission, but Sean, let's take us
Why don't you take us around the American Hockey League on this Wednesday night?
And we're going to start with the interdivisional matchup once again with the Cleveland Monsters and the Charlotte Checkers facing off. It's currently 3-2 Monsters, a 5-goal period in the second, and 5 different goal scorers as well. It's complete bedlam out in Charlotte right now. We're going to have the full score later on. The Hershey Bears hosting the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. The Penguins down 2-1 to Hershey right now. It was Riley Sutter putting them ahead 2-1. 3:26 to go in the second period there. The Utica Comets currently putting a beat down on the Syracuse Crunch this game in Utica. It's now 4-0 Comets over the Crunch. 4 different goal scorers for Utica as well. Moving on here, the Rochester Americans have evened the odds with the Laval Rocket, including Wolfpack alum Justin Richards getting on the board for the Americans. It's 2-2 in that one after 2 periods. Underway in Milwaukee as the Admirals host the Iowa Wild. 5:02 to go in the first period there. Still looking for our first goal. Rockford Ice Hogs put up 2 quick goals. Cole Gutman and Gust in 19 seconds have the Ice Hogs up 2-0 over the Manitoba Moose. Shots 8-6 in favor of the Ice Hogs. 5:42 left in the first period there. Here in Hartford, 3 unanswered goals from Providence, including 2 from Callahan and Abate in 40 seconds. Find the Bruins up 4-2 on the road over Hartford here. They're going to be entering the period with 1:47 of power play time, a chance to cut the lead to 1, as there's 13 minutes on the clock here until period 3. Out in Springfield, the Thunderbirds hosting the Bridgeport Islanders. It's the end of 2 there as well in Springfield, leading Bridgeport 3-2 currently. Pekka with 2 goals for the Thunderbirds. Shots are 25-22 in favor of the Thunderbirds. And finally, the one game that has not begun yet tonight, the red-hot Calgary Wranglers hosting the Tucson Roadrunners. 11-3-1-0 are Calgary. And it's going to be a 9 o'clock puck drop there at the Saddle Dome.
Handful of games last night in the American League. Sean, Lehigh Valley going north of the border. They complete a 3-game sweep through Laval, Belleville, and Toronto with a 2-1 victory. Tucson also north of the border. They go to Calgary. They pick up a 3-2 win over those Wranglers. Bakersfield blanks Henderson 2-0. They get a shutout from Jack Campbell in his 100th career AHL victory. Ontario with a shutout as well. They blitz Coachella Valley 6-0. And San Jose edges San Diego 5-4. Still to come, Sean's going to take you around the National Hockey League on this Thanksgiving Eve. 14 games to tell you about. But first, we have this week's edition of the AHL Plays of the Week.
Hello, hockey fans. Welcome to another edition of AHL Plays of the Week. I'm Nick Nolenberger, the voice of the San Jose Barracuda. Syracuse Crunch forward Max Groshev must have had his morning coffee on Tuesday in Bridgeport as the rookie forward scored 3 times en route to the Crunch's victory. The freshman now has 5 goals in his last 2 games and leads the team with 7 on the year. He's also tied for second among rookies in that department. Syracuse has now won 5 consecutive morning starts dating back to 2018. Lucas Pavoli, the voice of the Crunch, was there to describe it all.
And he slips it out of his own 2-on-1. Fortier with Grosjean. Right wing Fortier stumbles across slice. Pass shot, score! Grosjean short-handed. And the Crunch lead 1-0. 8:40 to go, the opening period. Poked out by Chafee. He's off to the races, joined by Grosjean. Final seconds, the power play is over. Chafee to Grosjean. Shot, score! He's got another one. Another 2-on-1 converted. Grosjean, even strength. It's 2-0. Empty net for the Crunch. Cappy leads Grosjean. Bouncing puck toward the goal. Grosjean scores! He's got the hat trick, and he's got the Crunch up 5-3.
Like the Crunch, the Hartford Wolfpack must be early risers. Rookie forward Adam Sikora potted his first of his career on Wednesday morning as part of a 3-period outburst for the Pack. Hartford will go on to down the Springfield Thunderbirds 5-1 in their first school day game since November of 2019. The win was also Steve Smith's first since taking over for Chris Knobloch, who was hired by the Edmonton Oilers just last weekend. Here's Alex Thomas, the voice of the Hartford Wolfpack.
As this is Dean trying to cut to the goal, forced out by Mackey, still got it. Look to play it to the point, read like a book by Riley Nash, who will move it up for Turner Elson. Elson pulls up, finds a man. Sikora walks in, he shoots, he scores! There it is! The first goal of the American Hockey League career of Adam Sikora!
The Rochester Americans have 4 players on recall with the Buffalo Sabres. and 9 others out with injuries. Yet they still managed to squeeze out a 4-3 win against the Utica Comets. With the makeshift lineup, all 4 goals, which came from 4 separate players, would be their first as Amherst and their first of the season, including the game winner from Damian Giroux. Don Stevens on the mic.
And the puck's spun behind the net by Giroux around the near side, moving up on it. Rosean carries it behind the net. Look for the wraparound, but no lane, so he carries it all the way out top of the slot. Drops it at the right point for Proud, moving in. That shot in for knockdown. They hack at the rebound and score! Oh, what a huge goal! Amherst take a 2-lead back.
The Calgary Wranglers notched 6 goals on Tuesday at home, downing their Battle of Alberta farm team foe, the Bakersfield Condors, 6-3. Brady Lyle had the second of 4 unanswered goals for the Wranglers to begin the game. Sandra Persina described the bomb from the blue.
Calgary just looking to set it up. Lyle keeps it alive. Cross ice pass for Coronado. Lyle tees that one up, and all day, every day. What a rocket. We have blast off Brady Lyle, 2-0 Calgary.
The defending Calder Cup champion Hershey Bears have picked up right where they left off a season ago, becoming the first team in the AHL this season to reach the 10-win mark after a Wednesday night victory in Wilkes-Barre-Scranton. In a game that went back and forth, newcomer Alex Limoges would bury the game winner. The voice of the Bears, Zach Fish, described all the theatrics.
Frank brings you by sneaking it to him in the red line. Frank down the left wing, into the Penguin zone. Drops Limoges, he scores! Overtime winner for Alex Limoges on a shot from the slot, and the Bears win this back and forth game over the Penguins. 5-4 the final.
The Lehigh Valley Phantoms had a bounce-back win against their rival, the Hershey Bears, in the finale of a home-and-home series this past weekend, with goaltender Nolan Meyer coming through when it mattered most in preserving a 1-goal lead in the third. Bob Rotruck had the call at the Giants Center.
So the Bears recover, and they're into the zone here. Cross ice for Logan Day. Centering, oh, what a save! Nolan Meyer denied Joe Snively point blank on the setup from Logan Day. Good gracious, what a stop for Meyer! And Joe Snively couldn't believe it. He held his stick up high in the air and went, what do I got to do to score on this guy?
We close out this week's edition in the Bay Area. The Barracuda avenged its loss on Friday against the Charlotte Checkers by beating the same team on Sunday afternoon 5-1. Veteran forward Scott Sabrin would turn the tide in the game. With the Barracuda up just 2-1 in the second period, he'd bury his first in a Barracuda sweater while his team was down shorthanded. Ted Ramey was there to provide all the details.
Good to get it clear. And here it's going to be picked up. Sabrin skating in, shoots, he scores! Barracuda short-handed goal, 3-1.
That'll do it for this edition of AHL Plays of the Week. I'm Nick Nolenberger saying thanks for listening and so long until next time.
We're excited to bring back our CTDOT Family Value Packs. Starting at just $48 plus fees, this pack includes 3 game tickets, 3 hot dogs, and 3 sodas, and there is the option to add on additional tickets. The Family Value Packs will be available for 4 more games this upcoming season, including Saturday, November 25th, Sunday, December 17th, which is Sonar's birthday, Saturday, December 30th, which is our 2024 calendar giveaway, and April 14th, which will feature a team photo giveaway. To take advantage of this great deal, visit HartfordWolfpack.com/family. Again, that's HartfordWolfpack.com/family. The Hartford Wolfpack would like to recognize and honor members of our community who have served and are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces. To nominate your hero for the Wolfpack's Military Member of the Game, presented by General Dynamics Electric Boat, please visit HartfordWolfpack.com/military. Again, that's HartfordWolfpack.com/military. Thank you to all who have served and are currently serving our country.
Hi, I'm Connor Mackey, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the XL Center, and we will send it over to Sean Dufresne, who's got our NHL scoreboard check.
And there's 14 games tonight in the NHL, some high-scoring affairs that I'll jump into off the bat here. We start in Raleigh, North Carolina, as the Hurricanes are up 6-1 on the visiting Edmonton Oilers. 6 goals on 20 shots. Might be time to get Campbell back up there with a shutout in the American Hockey League recently. The Columbus Blue Jackets up 7-1 on the visiting Chicago Blackhawks at the end of 2. Still a full period to play in Columbus there. The Detroit Red Wings up 4-0 on the New Jersey Devils. Detroit having a solid start to their season here. Second intermission over there. On TNT, it's the Boston Bruins in town to take on the Florida Panthers, and they are up 3-1 on the road with 1:45 left in that second period. Second period just came to a conclusion for the Wolfpack's parent club, the New York Rangers, as the score still stands in Pittsburgh, 1-0. The lone goal from Alexis Lafreniere is where we stand. The Tampa Bay Lightning hosting the Winnipeg Jets. They are tied at 2 with 2:41 to go in the second period. We'll keep an eye on that one. The Sabres take the lead in Washington against the Capitals, now up 3-2 at the second intermission. The New York Islanders still leading Philadelphia Flyers 1-0, this one on the island in the UBS Arena. 13:09 to go in the second period there. And a handful of games that have not begun yet, the first of which at 9 o'clock as the Arizona Coyotes host the Central Division rivals, the St. Louis Blues. Moving over to Nashville as the Predators host the Calgary Flames at 9 o'clock as well. The second of the TNT doubleheader has the Dallas Stars hosting the Vegas Golden Knights in a heavyweight matchup, as well as a playoff rematch from last season. The Anaheim Ducks hosting the Montreal Canadiens, a little East versus West matchup there at the Honda Center, 10 o'clock puck drop. And our final 2 games here, another heavy hitter matchup, the Colorado Avalanche welcoming the Vancouver Canucks at 10 o'clock at the Ball Arena in Denver. And finally, the Seattle Kraken welcome the San Jose Sharks at 10 o'clock. 2 struggling teams looking to get back into their winning ways from years prior.
Yeah, interesting you see so many lopsided games tonight. A lot of highs. You mentioned 6-1 Carolina over Edmonton, 7-1 Columbus over Chicago, 4-0 Detroit over New Zealand. Some high-scoring affairs tonight, Sean, around the National Hockey League. Here in Hartford, it is 4-2 for the Providence Bruins. Wolfpack did have a 2-1 lead. They got a goal from Johnny Brodzinski, 146 in. His team leading 11th goal of the year, now tied for second in the AHL, set up by Alex Belzile. Into the highlight zone for the captain's goal.
Hugo Almafelder overcommitted, and Brusky set up Berard for a wraparound, his 3rd goal of the season, 29 seconds after JP tied it. Belzile in for Brodzinski, scores!
That lead would be short-lived, however, as 2 minutes and 12 seconds later, Lou Toporowski from the right wing circle, blasting home his 6th goal of the year. Wolfpack unsuccessful on 2 separate clearing attempts. 6th goal of the year for Toporowski from John Farinacci and Riley Walsh. Then a seeing eye shot from the left wing wall for Michael Callahan, his 1st of the year. At 14:53, they've added assists on that goal to Trevor Kuntauer and Joey Abate. And then at 15:33, 40 seconds later, Abate bangs home a rebound, his 1st goal of the year from Trevor Kuntauer and Frederick Brunet. Penalties in the second period, Brett Berard for holding at 4:39, Joey Abate for slashing at 10:43, Nick Brouillard for cross-checking at 10:03. That gave us 2 minutes of 4-on-4 time. Georgi Merkulov went for hooking at 17:25, and Alec Regula officially for closing his hand on the puck at 19:46. Wolfpack are 0 for 2 in the power play. Bruins 0 for 3. Wolfpack will have a minute and 47 seconds to their 3rd power play in this 3rd period. Shots on goal, 11-9 for Providence in the second, 18-17 in the game. We talked, Sean, earlier in the intermission. Great response from the Bruins in the second period. Now it's time for Hartford to respond. What are you looking for in the final 20 minutes here tonight?
Well, it's imperative that they get on the board early with this 1:47 of power play time left. It's a weak penalty kill they're going up against in Providence. They're 27th in the American Hockey League, while you have Hartford's power play sitting in the top 10. So, as I mentioned, imperative that they get one early here, as Providence was able to string 2 together in a short period of time. If you can get them flustered early, then that could be changing the story.
You mentioned this power play. How big is this?
It's massive, and I mean, you got lethal shooters from every angle on the ice. You just got to get set up early on, because they struggled to do that in the last one, as Providence was just able to clear it time and time again. They couldn't even get past the blue line, so you got to get set up early.
Give the Bruins a lot of credit for the way they've defended tonight. Sean, thank you for joining us. We will hear from you again on Saturday night when the Belleville Senators make a rare appearance here to Hartford, their first of the season. Wolfpack and the Bruins. Michael DiPietro in goal to our broadcast left. Bruins attacking from left to right. Handling a penalty right now from left to right. Dylan Garand in goal to our broadcast right. He comes out to play puck. Wolfpack going right to left. Mac Hollowell with it now. Top unit out there for Steve Smith's team. Belzile and Nash nearly ran into each other. Puck still finds Brodzinski. Right wing side. He'll swipe it down low. This is Belzile. He'll collect. Lost it. Clear to the line. Not out. Good keep by Mac Hollowell. Offman. Hollowell. Taps it along Brodzinski. One more. Nash. Now Belzile. Brodzinski. Up top for Hollowell. Brodzinski a drive. Saved by DiPietro. The rebound. Trying to get it to Brodzinski. Clear to the line, but not out. Hollowell. Cross for Offman. That was Jason Megna who tried to clear it. Hollowell. Offman. Fans on the shot. Gets to the Hollowell. Brodzinski. 40 seconds off the power play. Offman. Brodzinski looking out in front. Blocked by Callahan, who's had a real solid game on the blue line. Belzile. Up top for Hollowell. Mac Hollowell. Brodzinski. Waiting. Hollowell. Brodzinski. His shot whistles wide. It comes up the right wing board. Chipped out ahead. And down the ice as both teams will make changes. Garand goes out to collect. 12 seconds to go on the Regula penalty for closing his hand on the puck at 19:46. I'm Alex Thomas. Happy to have you alongside. Wolfpack, we're looking for one on this early power play. Here's Korzak in front for Rempe. Jammed it wide. Penalty is over. Wolfpack 0 for 3. Now Korzak a shot. No. Rempe the rebound. Glove down by the goaltender, DiPietro. Riley Walsh didn't like the extra hack from Matt Rempe. They will bark back and forth. 18:07 to go, and the Bruins get another big kill. Just 28th in the league on the penalty kill entering tonight. They've been disciplined. Zach will take the face off. Trevino on his left wing, Rempe on his right. They'll have Brouillard and Robertson in the blue line. Barananchi takes the draw from Providence. Another strong game for the rookie forward. Korzak wins the draw, walking the line. Brouillard, shot off of Toporowski. Rempe couldn't get a shot away. Backhander was blocked by Zaboral. Barananchi up ahead for McLaughlin. This will be icing if it reaches. It does, as Brouillard will touch up. 17:54 to go in the hockey game. And another O-zone draw coming here for Hartford. Wolfpack will be on the road Friday night, 7:05 p.m. I-91 rivalry, round 4. Wolfpack and Bruins will not meet again until Saturday, January 13th, 7:30 p.m. puck drop in this building. Bruins looking to make it 7 out of a possible 8 points in this season series, and looking to make it 3 straight wins after falling on opening night in the shootout. They use a 3-goal outburst in the second period to take a 2-1 deficit, turn it into a 4-2 lead. Wolfpack trying to counter here in the early stages of the third period. Got to think they can get one early. They'll make things at least a little interesting here. Possibly more. This Wolfpack offense can score at will. They're 4-2-0-0 at home this year. They've scored 5 goals in all 4 wins. As that goes off a stick and out of play with 17:24 to go in this third final regulation period. It was Hartford who outscored Syracuse 3-1 in the second period on Saturday, and that propelled them to the victory. Wolfpack best period by goal differential is the third. They're a +9, outscoring the opponent 20-11. Wolfpack had come into this game with 39 goals against in 15 games, the fewest in the Atlantic Division early this season. In fact, the most goals they've allowed in a game this year is 5. It's happened 3 times, including that 5-3 loss in Syracuse on Friday. And Tom Bleed separated from the puck by his opposite 21, Dan Renouf. Regula couldn't get it up the boards. Renouf will separate Bleed from the puck. Regula. Henriksen poked it free for a moment. Renouf could not clear. This line continues to more pressure on in the offensive zone. Henriksen knocked down to the ice by Georgi Merkulov. On his backside, able to get it to Sikora, but Merkulov a good job pinning Sikora along the boards. Lucky in the skates of Sikora. It's jarred loose by Henriksen.
Hollowell shot toward the goal, deflected wide. This line has a goal tonight. Carl Henriksen, second of the year, with just 2.7 seconds left in the opening frame. His second goal of the season. He's got the icebreaker for Hartford in back-to-back games. The Bruins are offside. Merkulov just a hair ahead of the entry by Boquist with 16:20 to go. Pair of first tonight for the Bruins. Michael Callahan's first goal of the year. And Joey Abate's first goal of the year, coming 40 seconds apart. 14:53, 15:33 respectively. Callahan had one goal in 55 games last year with Providence. His only goal last year, just about a year ago, November the 25th, against the Syracuse Crunch. He's got one here on November the 22nd here at the XL Center in Hartford. Trevor Kuntar had an assist added on the goal by Callahan, so he gets 2 assists in a span of 40 seconds, now has 4 on the year. Adam Edstrom's in on the left wing side. He shields the puck, trying to send it down low for Brodzinski. Got away from him, Callahan. Bruins will enter the zone with possession. Kuntar, long shot over the blocker of Garand. Hall run into by Berard. Hall working down low, upended by Brodzinski. Lost his stick. Thought he was potentially interfered with there. No call coming. DiPietro will give it to Zaboral. McLaughlin, these two teams usually play intense physical games. Belzile, in on the right wing side. Shot glove down by DiPietro when he hangs on for a whistle with 15:18 to go. And to finish that point, these two teams usually play games filled with a little bit of hate. Kind of fitting that they're meeting tonight on Thanksgiving Eve because, well, you go back to the 21-22 season, and when these two teams get together, it feels like an average husband and or wife having to deal with their in-laws, and fittingly we do that on the night before Thanksgiving. Not a lot of love lost between these two teams over the last couple of years. Relatively tame game tonight as that face-off is won directly onto DiPietro. Will hang on again. He had a 34-save shutout last time these two teams met. Currently this season, just 2 goals against on 66 shots. He's been outstanding. Came over to Boston from Vancouver on the 28th of October last season in a trade that sent Jack Studnicka to the Vancouver Canucks. Studnicka currently in the American League with Abbotsford. Robertson's drive is blocked by McLaughlin, who gets some appreciation from his teammates on the bench as he was quickly down to the ice but got right back up. Shot blocked away by DiPietro. Rebound up to the blue line and chipped out by Toporowski. Rempe gained possession, but was over the blue line before Hartford was able to fully tag up. So we get an icing with 14:49 to go. Face off into the Hartford zone. It will be to the left of Dylan Garand. Bruins have done a good job tonight responding after falling behind 2-1. They score 3 unanswered. And have done a good job tonight. Hartford's had a lethal transition game throughout the course of this season. And we've seen Hartford in certain games just gain the zone with possession with at will. Bruins have done a good job here tonight, breaking that up defensively. Much easier said than done, but give Ryan Mouchinel's team credit. We're not happy with losing 3 games in a row last weekend. Of course, that third game's always tough, 3 days. Hoffman will give it to Belzile. Comes to Nash, up top in the skates of Scanlon. Chipped into the right wing corner. Zaboral is there, quickly up ahead. Bruins couldn't get it out, they turn it over. This is Mac Hollowell. Stick save by DiPietro. The rebound to Riley Nash. In front for Belzile. Went into the skates of Zaboral and comes right to DiPietro, who hangs on for a whistle with 14:10 to go in regulation time. That time it was a failed exit from the Bruins that resulted in some looks on the Hartford side of things, but nothing doing. 22 saves now for DiPietro. Wolfpack
Starting to turn the heat on. We knew that was coming here in the third period. Outshooting the Bruins 24-18 in this hockey game. Face off to the left of DiPietro. The Henriksen line back out there. Been Hartford's most effective tonight. They go to work, but it's a face-off win from Merkulov. Gets it to Walsh. Lysell. Love down by Bleed. Doesn't get out. Henriksen left wing point. Into the slot. Sikora pushed it wide. Bleed finds that loose puck. Trying to get it to Henriksen. Tied up by Walsh. Puck slapped down low. Sikora. Ian Henriksen working. Bleed is in front. Pass was for him. Was in the skates of Merkulov. Boquist will dig it free. Walsh now for Lysell. Damian Lysell gains his own right wing side. Lost the puck in the skates of Matthew Robertson. Now Sikora up ahead for Bleed. He'll fling it down low. DiPietro settles. We'll leave it for Dandurnoff, who had a third period dagger from the left wing circle on November the 11th, coming off a terrific Friday night performance against Springfield for him as well. He had the weekend of his season so far. Brazola for Berard. Finds Matt Cairns out in front. Banked off the boards for Berard. And the Bruins are in offsides here with 13:08 to go. And I believe, yes, that will bring us to a media timeout. We will step aside. Shots 25-18 for Hartford. Pushing to try and get within one. But it is the Bruins hanging on to a 4-2 lead on this Thanksgiving Eve in Hartford.
'Twas a hectic holiday night, and the season's hottest toy was nowhere in sight. I was dashing downtown in my Nissan Rogue when a delivery truck turned my night around. With no time to lose, I drove straight into the frosty night. But this isn't a classic holiday tale. It's a Nissan sales event ad. A little snow is no match for my intelligent all-wheel drive.
Now get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on popular models on top of existing offers.
When I got my hands on the last toy, my smile was bright. Better hurry, you don't want to miss this holiday delight.
Availability is limited. Shop your local Nissan store or nissanusa.com today. Intelligent all-wheel drive is an available feature. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. $1,000 holiday bonus cash available on 2023 Armada. $500 holiday bonus cash available on 2023 Rogue, Frontier, and Murano. Holiday bonus cash valid 11/20/23 through 11/30/23. Available on lease and purchase. Must take delivery from new dealer stock. See dealer for details. Subject to residency restrictions.
I'm Matt Rempe. You listen to Wolfpack Hockey.
Wolfpack need two in the final 13 plus of this hockey game. Welcome back inside. I'm Alex Thomas. Happy to have you here on a Wednesday night ahead of the biggest meal of the year, Thanksgiving Day. Johnny Brodzinski, Adam Edstrom will tap it back to the captain, who's got his team-leading 11th goal tonight. Trying to make his way to the goal. Brodzinski in front. Hollowell, no, it's chipped wide by Edstrom, and a penalty coming here behind the play. And Brodzinski, who is tripped, is slow to get up behind the Providence net. Will make his way back to his feet. The Wolfpack will get their fourth power play. But right now, the attention is on Johnny Brodzinski, who is looking like he's going to try to gut this out for a moment. Wolfpack athletic trainer Brian Fairbrother comes out to check on him and says, we'll take you over to the bench here for a minute to shake it off. But he looks, well, none the worse for wear. We don't want to speculate on anything like that. In fact, he's just going to turn right back out and go out with the first unit, knowing his team needs a goal. Dandurnoff is in the penalty box. Alex Belzile wants a word with the officials. He's talking to the two lines people tonight, Jeremy Foucher, Kevin Briganti. We'll check that. That is Foucher, and looks like maybe it is Jack Young who's with him. It is Jack Young, one of our referees tonight, wearing number 24. Ryan Nance will take the drop. Hoffman on the right wing. Belzile on the left wing. Brodzinski did come off, so Korczak is the fourth forward. Mac Hollowell, the defenseman. Marinacci up ahead, shorthanded breakaway. McLaughlin's in, saved by Garand. And now the Wolfpack will try to catch McLaughlin behind the play. This is Nash. He'll drop it for Hoffman. Cross the ice. Brodzinski's back out there. Puck was turned over, and it's sent all the way back down to Garand. So good to see the Wolfpack captain, after a quick moment collecting his breath,
on the bench back out there. He draws the tripping call on Dan Renouf at 7:16 of the third period. Sent in from center by Hoffman. DiPietro tried to play it out, went off of Brodzinski. Nash on the right wing circle. Wrapped around the boards. This is Hoffman. Down low, Brodzinski. Feels like as close as you can get to a must score on this power play without it being exactly that. Richard gets it ahead for Megna. Short-handed there away. Richard into the right wing circle, trying to cut to the goal. Good defense by Mac Hollowell and Brennan Hoffman. Wolfpack making some changes here. Korzak, Berard, Brouillard, Robertson, and Edstrom, the new 5. Hartford trying to get one late on this power play to get within one. Brouillard, coast to coast. He's in. He drew a penalty. It'll be a hook. There'll be a 5-on-3 for 39 seconds here, and a golden opportunity for Hartford to get at least one back. With 11:23 to go, Brouillard using the speed to cut to the goal, tried to go to his backhand, and it was the stick of the defenseman Callahan that got into his midsection and will be the reason for the hooking minor. And Steve Smith going to use his timeout, and most likely will get a little extra rest for the top unit. Down 4-2. This is a very key moment in this hockey game. That goes without saying. Don't need me to tell you that. Renouf for tripping. Callahan for hooking. Riff will be freed in 39 seconds. Wolfpack won't get too aggressive here. That would be going 6-on-4 and trying to get one, but with 11:23 to go, that's not even a thought. It will be Nash to take the draw. Hoffman on the right wing, Belzile on the left wing. Fourth forward will be the captain, Johnny Brodzinski. The defenseman is Mac Hollowell. Bruins will counter with Jason Megna as the centerman. Jakob Zaboral and Alec Regula will patrol the blue line. Brodzinski lined up to the left. Hollowell lined up to the right. Good opportunity here for the Hartford power play that entered tonight, 10th in the AHL. They're 0 for 3 so far, but a 5-on-3 here. Brodzinski, Hollowell, now Hoffman, back up top for Hollowell. Hollowell, Brodzinski, top of the left wing circle. Down low, Belzile. He'll rotate back up to the top. 27 seconds left, in front, scores! Power play goal, Alex Belzile will lead the charge back. They had to get one on this 5-on-3, they do. Belzile sent it to the goal. Both Hollowell and Nash were out in front. May have just beaten DiPietro, judging by Belzile's reaction. Wolfpack don't care. They get a 5-on-3 goal, their second of the season. At 8:51, Renouf is freed, and Callahan will still be in the penalty box. Wolfpack's only other 5-on-3 goal came in the second game of the season against Springfield. It was Johnny Brodzinski who had it that night. Belzile who's got it tonight. So it's a 4-3 game. Berard around the boards to Korzak. Brodzinski will get the helper. And Colwell, the secondary assist, his team leading 11. It is the 6th goal of the season for Belzile, now up to 16 points, and Johnny Brodzinski's now got 20 points in the season with a goal and an assist tonight. Korzak is in, finds Adam Edstrom. Bottom of the left wing circle, looking to send it out in front. Stick was tied up nicely by Zaboral. Good defensive play by number 46 in black. Renouf is worked on by Berard. Robertson trying to go between his legs into the right wing circle. Was broken up by Richard. Pops to Megna with 45 seconds to go. He'll hesitate for a second, now fire it down the length of the ice. Top units starting to make their way back out there. For the Wolfpack as Brouillard takes it cross center. He'll drop it back for Brodzinski, and what do we have here? It's going to be too many men, I believe, in the Wolfpack. There are 6 guys out on the ice right now. I believe this is going to be a bench minor. I have not taken a math class since the fall of 2022, but just counting there, it looked like there were 6, and that is the case. So The final 32 seconds of this fifth power play are going to go and be washed out by this bench minor, and Brennan Hoffman will go and serve it. 6 goals, 16th point of the season for Alex Belzile. He's got a goal assist tonight. 9th assist and 20th point of the season for Johnny Brodzinski. He too with a goal and an assist tonight. And a team-leading 11th helper of the year, second of the night for Mac Hollowell, who's now got 12 points on the power play, 5-on-3 goal at 8:51 of the third period. But a bench minor for too many men on the ice has negated the final 32 seconds of the 5-on-4. It'll be served by Brennan Hoffman. If that is the call, we believe it was. It is at 10:05 in this third period. So Hartford does at least get one on that power play. They had to when it got to a 5-on-3. If they want to come back here tonight, they needed one. They get it. Now plenty of time to try to find an equalizer. Belzile looking to center it for Anton Bleed. Second time we've played 4-on-4 tonight. We had that 2-minute segment in the second period with Abate and Brouillard in the penalty box. This will last another 5 seconds, and then it'll be a Bruin power play. Be their fourth of the night. They're 0 for 3. Scanlon up ahead for Bleed. Short-handed, he has Hollowell going to the goal. There he is. Couldn't get a shot away. Pass was too far ahead from Bleed, who's tied up now with Callahan. Nearly set up a glorious chance for Mac Hollowell, whose only goal this season came in Utica back on November the 4th. It was a power play bomb in that one. Boquist will play it up the boards. Bruins on the power play for the next 65 seconds, trying to restore their 2-goal lead. Merkulov in the left wing corner, down low for Farinacci as Boquist and Lysell out in front. This is Merkulov in the left wing corner as Walsh to the blue line. Merkulov up top, Lysell. The puck got through him. It's a foot race. Adam Edstrom is going to beat him to it, get around, short-handed, 2-on-1. Edstrom in front for Nash, saved by DiPietro. Big rebound out in front, cleared away by the Bruins. Their second golden short-handed opportunity tonight, and that one might be the save that saves the game for Michael DiPietro. Edstrom setting up Riley Nash out in front. It was those two that came in the first period and had a golden opportunity. Anton Bleed makes as well. Now here in the third, they nearly connect for a shorthanded tying goal. 10 seconds left on the too many men on the ice penalty being served by Hoffman. Wolfpack are pushing. They've gotten chances here, and they've at least gotten it within one. Now the question is, can they find the equalizer? Scanlon and the puck roll away. Megna centering pass. No. Poked up to Brodzinski. Hoffman calling for it. Here he comes. Partial breakaway. Hoffman, he's in. He scores! Out of the box, on the board. Brennan Hoffman, first at the XL Center, his third of the year. He tucks it through the 5-hole of DiPietro, and Hartford has stormed back to tie it with 7:45 to go. The penalty kill does it again. It creates the momentum with a shorthanded 2-on-1 that DiPietro robbed. And fresh out of the box, it's Brennan Hoffman who tucks it home. His first goal since October the 13th. His first here at the XL Center. And a huge goal for the rookie to tie it at 12:15 of this third period. But here come the Bruins. Abate. Shot was blocked on the way in. Bruin bench wanted a call. None forthcoming. How will the Bruins respond? Abate trying to tuck it home short side. Saved by Garand. The rebound. Kutar digging away. Garand says no with 7:29 to go. Johnny Brodzinski's 21st point of the season is the assist on Brennan Hoffman's goal at 12:15 of this third period. Waiting to see if we'll step aside. There's going to be a penalty. Nicholas Brouillard is going to go. The Bruins will have a power play. We will not have our under 10 media timeout here. A little bit of confusion, as there was in the first as well, so we will keep it here. Third goal of the year for Brennan Hoffman, his 11th point. He has a goal and an assist tonight. 10th assist of the year, second of the night, 21st point for Johnny Brodzinski, who's got a goal and 2 assists tonight. But the Bruins are going to go back to the power play here on a Nicholas Brouillard minor, their 5th power play of the night. A little bit of confusion off the draw as this is whistled dead. It is Brouillard for tripping at 12:31. Bruins bench was looking for that call. They had a case for it as they were coming in 2-on-1, and I believe that was the penalty. It is Brouillard for tripping. We know that. We don't have access to the replay up here in our broadcast booth, so we apologize if we misspeak on what play that exactly was. It's a little bit of guesswork on our part. Scanlon digs it free, turns it over. Richard a shot. That goes up and out of play. They blew the horn for a media timeout, but obviously here on the Bruin power play, that will not be the case. Bruins 0 for 4 tonight on the advantage, but a chance to regain the lead. This has been a good one, 7:11 to go. Belzile and Hoffman at 8:51, 5-on-3 goal for Belzile, 5-on-5 goal for Hoffman at 12:15. And a 4-2 Bruin lead is evaporated, but a chance here on the man advantage. Richard just outside the right wing circle, he'll wander in. Now takes it into the corner, eyed by Nash. Up top for Walsh. Across the ice, Megna. Down low, Brazeau with the puck. That allows Robertson to close in on him. Megna couldn't handle the pass. Walsh is there. Across the ice for Richard. Back up top for Walsh. To his forehand, down low Richard. Out in front, chipped wide by Brazeau. Wolfpack trying to get it out, and it is chipped out of the zone by Edstrom as Brodzinski bleed Berzola and Scanlon out there now for Hartford. So 3 of the 4 penalty killers able to change. Duran will leave it for Berzola, trying to shield it on the end boards. He could not. This is poked around left wing side for Megna, trying to spin away from a pressuring Anton Bleed. Brazeau lets it go for Richard. Puck pops out in front to Scanlon. Good chance, or rather good attempt by Walsh to keep it in, but unsuccessful with 43 seconds left on the power play. Bruins now with Boquist, Merkulov, and Farinacci, the 3 forwards up front. Lysell, the 4th forward, with Dan Renouf. This is Boquist with speed, cross the ice to the former first-rounder Lysell. Dancing in, he shoots, saved by Durant. Big rebound collected by Boquist. Now he curls top of the slot, down low into the skates of Lysell. Puck trickles toward Durant, it sits there, cleared by Hollow out of the line. Is it out? No, it's not. Kept in by Renouf. Merkulov, pass broken up by Berzola. Trying to dig it free is Segura, up to the line, Renouf. He'll send it down low for Jesper Boquist off of Berzola, hit the side of the goal, and he'll clear it, and that'll do it. The Bruins now 0 for 5 in the power play as Brouillard is freed. That puck sat on the blue paint, and Matt Hollowell, in his first game since November 10th, able to clear it out. The best chance off a Fabian Lysell rush, and boy, was that electrifying by the 21st overall pick in 2021 by Boston. Abate, who's got a goal and an assist tonight, chips it back up for Callahan. This is sent down low behind the Wolfpack goal. Kutar lost it. Rempe off of Korzak. It came to Scanlon for his deep partner Robertson. Pressured by Abate. Turned over. Callahan worked on by Robertson. Puck in his skates. Collected by Korzak. Flipped up and out of the zone and taken by Alec Regula. Regula finds a man. It's Kutar. Shot was blocked. It'll rocket back to the right wing point. Bobby Trevino trying to get it out. He does chip it in front of his own bench. Regula and Korzak were tied up. Abate and Kutar. Bruins are right back in. Sticked aside by Garand. 4.5 thereabouts to go in regulation time. Rempe trying to dig it free. It's sent behind the Hartford goal for Robertson. D to D for Brandon Scanlon. Scanlon surveys the situation. No need to apply pressure with 4:18 to go in a tied hockey game. Carl Henriksen skates it across center. Brett Berard. Puck just out of his reach as Riley Walsh is there. Toporowski. The puck got caught up in the skates of the official. Berard trying to dig it free in the left wing corner. He does. Here's Belzile. Saved by DiPietro. Rebound taken by Berard. Walks it back to the line. He'll shuffle it down low for Belzile. Henriksen's in the left wing circle. Belzile protecting. Walks up the wall trying to send it down low, but it's intercepted by Riley Walsh, whose pass for Toporowski misses him but gets out to neutral. Henriksen onside, drops it. Berard into the slot, shooting. He fanned on it. And Toporowski will relieve the pressure down the ice as Brouillard will chase. Both sides make changes with 3.5 to go in regulation time here tonight in Hartford. Hoffman, who's got the game tying goal, will tip it in. Callahan Stripped by Brodzinski. Hoffman now for Brodzinski. Worked on by Regula. Brodzinski. A Bruin goes down in a heap and a penalty coming here with 3:11 to go. I believe a high stick is Jason Megna. Was knocked down, I believe, by the captain, Johnny Brodzinski. We will step aside in a 4-4 game. Bruins going to power play number 6 on the night.
Give the gift of Wolfpack hockey this holiday season. This year, our holiday packs include 4 Wolfpack vouchers and 1 Wolfpack ornament. These packs start at just $60 plus fees, and fans who purchase this pack before November 30th will also receive a player-signed mini stick and 2 additional vouchers. To purchase this pack, please visit hartfordwolfpack.com/holidays. On Saturday, December 2nd, one of the biggest hockey traditions in the American Hockey League returns to Hartford, the Teddy Bear Toss. Grab your bears, your stuffed animals, and join us for a night of fun at the XL Center. After the pack score their first goal, toss your bear onto the ice. All of the bears that are collected on the ice will then be donated to the Connecticut Children's Hospital and Toys for Tots. The pack will also don specialty jerseys for the occasion. We hope to see you all on Saturday, December 2nd at 7 p.m. Tickets are available at hartfordwolfpack.com.
Hi, my name is Matt Caldwell, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
It is a 6th penalty kill coming up here for the Wolfpack as Johnny Brodzinski, I believe, is going to get the gate. He's arguing he was on a follow-through. There is no penalty time on the board yet. The hand was up. And now Brodzinski, who is still not happy, is going to make his way to the penalty box. So this will be a 6 power play. 11 combined tonight, 6 for Providence, 5 for Hartford. And with 3:11 to go, another opportunity for the Bruins here to regain their lead. I'm Alex Thomas, happy to have you alongside. Happy early Thanksgiving to you and yours on this Thanksgiving Eve. And we've had a good one on hand tonight. Bruins led 4-2 after 2. Alex Belzile and Brennan Hoffman scoring at 8:51, 12:15 respectively have tied this game. Brodzinski is in the box, and off the face-off, the Wolfpack will collect it and move it out shorthanded. Adam Edstrom, one-on-one against Riley Walsh. He's in. Edstrom diving down. Could not get a shot away. Crowd wanted a call, but no protest from the Wolfpack. And as much as I'm sure the crowd would have loved 4-on-4, don't think there was anything there that would have merited any kind of consideration for a call, but a good rush up the ice for Adam Edstrom. It's become a bit of a weapon here shorthanded. Farinacci. Down low, Lysell. They'll slap it around the boards. Edstrom trying to break it up. Couldn't get it out. Boquist. Now Lysell, right wing side. He'll hold. Plays it up top for Riley Walsh. Right back to Lysell. Lysell to the top. Merkulov. Glove down by Garand. The rebound came to Farinacci. Now Merkulov to the left wing side. Out for Farinacci. Puck was out of his reach. Robertson racing to get there. He'll flip it up the ice off of Nash. And down with 1:08 to go on the power play. Sikora, Bleed, Brouillard, and Hollowell hopping over the board for Steve Smith's team. Riley Walsh surveying with 1 minute to go on the power play, 2:10 to go in regulation time. This is Justin Brazeau. Pass turned over. Anton Bleed will fling it right back down the ice. That brings the penalty time down to 50 seconds as Walsh will start up for the Bruins. Finds the veteran Anthony Richard. Had 30 goals last year, was a teammate of Belzile's in Laval. Brazeau down low, Richard. Megna, he'll steer it up top for Luke Toporowski. This is Dan Renoff. Richard, Wade across the ice. Toporowski shoots, glove save by Garand, no rebound. With exactly 30 seconds left on the penalty to Brodzinski and 1:41 to go in regulation time here tonight. Scanlon and Robertson will come out defensively for Hartford. Belzile and Henriksen have jumped out up front. Face off to the right of Garand. It'll be Jason Megna will take the face off. Toporowski on his right wing. Brazeau on the left. Richard, the fourth forward, lined up to the right. And it is Dan Renoff, the defenseman, lined up to the left for the Bruins. Wolfpack looking for a face-off win. They don't get it. Toporowski will steer it to Renoff. In a 4-4 game, 95 seconds to go. Anthony Richard in his skates. Chipped away by Carl Henriksen at the blue line. He'll give it to Belzile, who enters in left wing side, shooting. A save made by DiPietro. Toporowski trying to rush up ahead. Down to 10 seconds on this power play. Toporowski, he'll fling it in left wing side. Robertson chasing after it. He and Brazeau come together. Bucks in Robertson skates. Steered up the boards for Dan Renouf. 1 second to go. Brodzinski is freed. Richard. Down low and gloved down by Garand with 1:07 to play. Bruins now 0 for 6 on the power play as the high sticking minor to Johnny Brodzinski expires. Well, they actually have scored an elbowing on Brodzinski, not high sticking at 16:49. But Hartford avoids the late power play goal against, but not out of the woods yet. 67 seconds to go, and it's 5-on-5 with an offensive zone draw for John Farinacci. Brodzinski is out there. Farinacci wins it cleanly. Regula, his shot deflected, and an uneasy save by Garand. That was a tough one for the second-year goaltender. He made it look natural. He hangs on for a whistle. Clock bleeds down to 1:03. It is Brodzinski and Hoffman. Edstrom has gone off. Now Hoffman has gone off. Berard and Henriksen have jumped out. Henriksen's going to take Brodzinski's spot in the circle and will take this draw opposite of John Farinacci. Henriksen wins it. Robertson chips it off the boards. It just gets around the glove of Alec Regula and out to center. Henriksen, penalty coming against the Bruins. Henriksen, final minute, trying to center it. It's touched by McLaughlin, and a power play here for Hartford with 49.6 seconds to go. Alec Regula can hardly believe it, but he's heading off, and now, after the Bruins had their 6th power play of the night, with a chance to take a late lead, Hartford will have 49.6 seconds to try and steal a regulation win tonight. If they can't, they'll go into overtime with an advantage. Riley Nash will take the face-off. Brennan Hoffman to his right. Alex Belzile, the left wing, 4th forward. Johnny Brodzinski, left wing side. The defenseman lined up to the right is Mac Hollowell. Mark McLaughlin will take the draw with Farinacci. The other forward, face-off to the left of Michael DiPietro. It is Callahan and Renouf on the blue line. Wolfpack win the draw. Hollowell shot deflected. No. Belzile! Oh, he missed. They score! They call it a goal with 43.6 to go. Hartford's taking the lead. Off the face-off win, it came in front of Belzile. The net lifted behind DiPietro. I think he inadvertently kicked it off. They'll show us the replay. Oh yeah, that's it. That went under DiPietro. The net had lifted up. The puck went through the back of the net underneath and rocketed out. They're gonna look at it, but from the replay we just saw, that's a goal. And for the moment, remember, they called it a goal on the ice, so it'll have to be conclusive. There's got to be conclusive evidence to overturn this, and the crowd doesn't like that they're reviewing it, but you have to get this right. You have to look at this. No doubt about that. The replay we just saw up here looked like the net had come up, the puck went underneath the net, and it was going to be a goal. That's what we think. It's going to be a quick review. It's a good goal. Alex Belzile makes it 3 unanswered in the third, and Hartford has a lead with 43.6 to go. Second of the night for Belzile, his 7th of the year. The Hartford power play gets a timely goal. They're 2 for 6. 2 in the third for Belzile. The Wolfpack 40 seconds away from storming back with a huge win here tonight. But there's plenty of time left in this one. Don't be fooled. 35 seconds to go. Puck is in the Bruins zone. They can't vacate. DiPietro for the extra attacker. This is Riley Walsh. He's working down low. Takes a return feed. 25 seconds to go in regulation time. Up ahead for Georgi Merkulov. There goes DiPietro. Down the stretch we go. Played over to the left wing. Sent down by Magda. Into the right wing corner. Robertson trying to get there. He can't flip it out. In the skates of Lysell. Sent down the ice by Edstrom. It'll be icing It gets there. This might hit the empty net. Scores! Adam Edstrom with 6.9 to go. And Hartford's going to win a thriller. How's that for your Thanksgiving appetizer? A season-high 4 goals in the third period. The Wolfpack storm back, and they're going to hand the Bruins their 4th consecutive loss here tonight. 6th goal of the season for Adam Edstrom, a length of the ice empty netter. And the Wolfpack are on the verge of becoming the 4th team in the league to win 10 games, joining Hershey, Calgary, and Abbotsford. What a win! Hartford 6, Providence 4. Well, it wasn't pretty at times, no doubt about that. But a season-high 4 goals. In this third period, season high, 2 on the power play. The Wolfpack down 4-2, didn't have a lot of answers in the second period. They had them in the third. They'll salute the crowd at center ice. Season high 6 goals for the Pack. They have now scored 5 goals in all 5 of their home victories. They've won 3 in a row in this building. They moved to 5-2, 0-0 at home, and improved to 10-4, 2-0 overall in the season. The Bruins fall to 6-8-1-2. This season series now tied 2 apiece. Each team's got a regulation win and an extra time win. And Hartford, for the first time this season in 6 tries, will pick up a victory when trailing through 40 minutes, and this one was very impressive. 2 goals for Alex Belzile. Stand by for the 3 stars as Hartford peppering that third period. They outshoot the Bruins 17-10, outscore them 4-0, and come away with a big win tonight, becoming the 2nd team in the Eastern Conference and the 4th team in this league to hit the 10-win plateau. And they will head into tomorrow's holiday feeling awfully good as they take care of business here tonight. We will still take you into the highlight zone, but first, here are tonight's 3 stars.
The 3rd star from the Wolfpack with a goal and 2 assists, number 22, Johnny Brodzinski. Tonight's 2nd star from the Wolfpack with a goal and an assist, number 78, Brendan Offman. And tonight's 1st star from the Wolfpack with 2 goals, including the game winner and an assist, number 55, Alex Belzile.
Alex Belzile's got a bit of a cannon on his right hand as he flings one of the top row of section 114. As he is named tonight's number 1 star. What an addition Alex Belzile has been for this Wolfpack team. Scores twice in the third period, both in the power play. He's now got 7 goals on the season and picks up tonight a season high in points with 3, 2 goals and an assist. Mac Hollowell, season high 3 assists. The captain, Johnny Brodzinski, with a goal and 2 assists tonight. And for the moment, while we wait for the dust to settle around the league, Brodzinski has moved all alone into 2nd place in the American Hockey League in scoring with 21 points, 1 point behind Adam Gaudette with 3 less games played. And if you look at points per game around the league, the only players better than him have all played under 5 games, except for Connor Zary, who's played 6 in Calgary and is currently in the NHL, and Kent Johnson, who's got 14 points in 8 games with Cleveland. And unless he gets recalled, we won't see him. We will see him, rather, 2 weeks from tonight when the Monsters make a rare trip here to Hartford. What a win. For the Hartford Wolfpack tonight, who trailed in this game by a score of 4-2 after 2 periods of play. But it was an electrifying third period, and we're going to take you through it all. Things didn't start well tonight for the Wolfpack. Let's just call it like we saw it. It wasn't great. The Wolfpack had a turnover and gave up a goal. Their fastest goal against this season, just 30 seconds in, as John Farinacci set up Mark McLaughlin in front. McLaughlin sniping home his 3rd goal of the year and 3rd point. 2 of his 3 goals have come against the Wolfpack in each of the last 2 games. John Farinacci picks up an assist, his 8th of the year and 13th point. And Luke Toporowski, his 3rd assist of the year and 8th point, just 30 seconds into the hockey game, gave the Bruins a 1-0 lead. But it would be the Wolfpack who would respond with just 2.7 seconds remaining in the first period, as for the second time in as many games, it was Carl Henriksen who got Hartford on the board, this time with his 2nd of the year, set up by Mac Hollowell. Let's take you into the highlight zone. In just about 4 periods of work against Hartford this season. Final 10 seconds, Henriksen will rush up the ice, right wing side. Centers for Bleed, he was knocked down. Sakura, here's Hollowell, in front for Henriksen, scores! Second goal of the season for Carl Henriksen, his 2nd point of the campaign. Mac Hollowell picks up, at the time, his team-leading 10th assist of the season, and 11th point. Adam Sakura, his 5th assist and 6th point of the year. Wolfpack would strike 1:46 into the second period as Alex Belzile sent a centering pass out in front for Johnny Brodzinski, and from the bottom of the left wing circle, the captain would snipe home his team-leading 11th goal of the year. Into the highlight zone we go. Hugo Alnefeld had overcommitted, and Brodzinski set up Berard for a wraparound, his 3rd goal of the season, 29 seconds after JP tied it. Belzile in front, Brodzinski scores! th goal of the year put Brodzinski into a tie for 2nd place in the American Hockey League in scoring. We'll get to his final point total later. Alex Belzile picked up his 10th assist of the season, and Brennan Hoffman his 8th assist at 1:46. But just 2:12 later, the Bruins would respond. Wolfpack a little sloppy on their zone exits. John Farinacci would find Luke Toporowski in the right wing circle, and he buried his 6th goal of the year in a one-timer. He had a goal and an assist tonight. It was his 6th goal of the campaign and his 9th point at 3:58 to tie the game 2-2. Farinacci gets his 9th assist and 14th point, and Riley Walsh his 4th helper and 5th point of the year. Bruins would retake the lead at 14:53. Michael Callahan, a seeing eye shot from the left wing wall that beat Dylan Garand. There were 5 bodies in front. Wolfpack goaltender never saw it. First goal, 5th point of the year for Callahan. Trevor Kuntar gets his 3rd assist and 5th point of the campaign, the primary helper. And Joey Abate his 2nd assist and 2nd point of the year at 14:53. Just 40 seconds later, it would be Abate who got his 2nd assist of the year on Callahan's goal, would pick up his 1st goal of the year at 15:33, jamming home a rebound. First goal, 3rd point of the year for Abate. Trevor Kuntar gets his 2nd assist within 40 seconds. He had 2 tonight. He's got 4 on the year now and 6 points. And Frederick Brunet gets his 1st point of his rookie campaign, an assist on the goal at 15:33. The Wolfpack ended up with a 5-on-3 power play early in the 3rd period. Dan Renouf was in the box for tripping at 7:16. Michael Callahan would go for hooking at 8:37, and it would be it would be a 5-on-3 in which Hartford would. We said it was not quite a must score, but it was as close as you could get. And Alex Belzile made good on it, picking up his 6th goal of the year to draw Hartford within 1. Right back into the highlight zone for Belzile's goal. Hollowell, now Hoffman, back up top for Hollowell. Hollowell, Brodzinski, top of the left wing circle. Down low, Belzile. He'll rotate back up to the top. 27 seconds left, in front, scores! Much like Callahan's shot was a seeing eye shot, Belzile's had a little bit of traffic in front. It was his 6th goal of the year at the time from Johnny Brodzinski, his 9th assist of the year. Mac Hollowell, his 2nd assist of the night, 11th of the season at 8:51 of the 3rd period. Wolfpack would be on the penalty kill as they would end the final about half a minute of their power play. The 5-on-4 with the Callahan hooking mounted. They took a 2-minute men on the ice penalty that Brendan Hoffman had served. And then when Hoffman was released from the penalty box, he was sprung ahead by the captain, Johnny Brodzinski. What happened from there? Brendan Hoffman's 1st goal at the XL Center in his AHL career and his 3rd of the season. Back into the highlight zone. Megna, centering pass, no, poked up to Brodzinski, Hoffman calling for it, here he comes, partial breakaway, Hoffman, he's in, he scores! Third goal of the year for Brendan Hoffman. All three of his goals in his young AHL career have come at the expense of the Providence Bruins. The goal was his, again, third of the season. He ends tonight with a goal and an assist, now 11 points in the year. Johnny Brodzinski picks up the only assist on the goal, his 10th of the season. Brodzinski a goal and 2 assists tonight. He's now got 21 points in the year and has 11 goals and 10 assists on the campaign. The Wolfpack would then strike with a power play goal. It would be the game-winning goal from Alex Belzile, and how we got there was interesting. The Wolfpack took a tripping minor, Nick Brouillard, at 12:31. They killed it off. Then Johnny Brodzinski for elbowing at 16:49. They killed that off too. Bruins trying to find a late goal to take a lead. They go 0 for 6 in the power play. Hartford was 1 for 5 when Alec Regula took an interference minor at 19:11, and it took the Wolfpack just 5 seconds to score the game-winning goal. Belzile, second of the night, and the dagger from the highlight zone. Marinacci, the other forward, face off to the left of Michael DiPietro. It is Callahan, and run off on the blue line. Wolfpack win the draw. Hollowell shot deflected, no. Belzile! Oh, he missed, they score! They call it for the goal with 43.6 to go! Hartford's taking the lead! The goal looked like it went wide from our vantage point. That's because the net behind DiPietro lifted. The puck went behind him across the goal line and then rocketed out from the part of the net that had been lifted. So it was a good goal. 7th goal of the year for Belzile. 2 goals and an assist for him tonight. So 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points in the season for Belzile. 3 assists tonight for Mac Hollowell. Season high for him. He's got 12 in the year and 13 points. Time of the power play goal, 19-16. And then an unassisted empty net goal in 1959. 6th of the year for Adam Edstrom. And his 8th point of the season as Hartford takes this one by a final score of 6-4. A season high 6 goals and a season high 4 goals in the third period. Your 3 stars tonight. 3rd star, Johnny Brodzinski with a goal and 2 assists. Your 2nd star, Brendan Hoffman with a goal and an assist. And your number 1 star, 2 goals in the third period, including the game winner, Alex Belzile, who also gets an assist tonight for a season-high 3 points. Final power play numbers, Providence goes 0 for 6. Hartford goes 2 for 6 tonight. Wolfpack outshoot the Bruins 17-10 in the third period for a game total of 35-28. That'll do it for us from the XL Center in Hartford. The Wolfpack strike 4 times in the third period. They erase a 4-2 deficit and win this one by a final score of 6-4. I'm Alex Thomas saying so long from the XL Center in Hartford. The pleasure has been all ours. A truly happy Thanksgiving from all of us here with the Hartford Wolfpack to you on AHL TV and Mixer. And we'll see you back with your stretchy pants on Friday night. Wolfpack pregame 6:50 p.m. from the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield. The I-91 rivalry goes at 7:05 p.m. That's our next broadcast. Next home game, 7:30 p.m. Saturday night. The only appearance of the season for the Belleville Senators. Tickets available at HartfordWolfpack.com. If you can't join us in person, we hope to see you right back here on AHL TV and Mixler. Once again, the pleasure has been all ours. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and happy Thanksgiving. The Wolfpack win it 6-4.